Hey, how's everybody doing today? Thank you so much for making it to the live stream. How is everybody? Jalen, Sammy, Sophia, Jesse, CJ, Heart Sparkles, Robert, thank you. Antonis hopped on in. Hey, buddy. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for making it. All right. All right. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about this afternoon. Obviously, I want to talk about the video I posted. Can you hear that, by the way? Okay, it stopped. RKZ. I'm playing game, just listening. Awesome, awesome. We're gonna talk about first off, we're gonna talk about some Sam and Colby stuff, and then the paranormal community and whatnot. What's going on? A lot of drama the past few days. I gotta say, a lot of drama the past few days, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about my personal opinions and whatnot. We'll talk about, of course, my thoughts on the video I posted last night. I just want to go ahead and let more people hop on in here. By the way, if you want to let me know that you're here, guys, just hit that like button. It's the easiest way to let me know that you're hopping on in. Sometimes YouTube doesn't let me notify me that people hop on in, so just hit that like button. Gives me an idea of how many people are watching, and whether I feel like that will be comfortable enough to go ahead and start bringing this conversation up. Then I'll start talking about it. I'm interested in what the Seth Borden drama is about. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the Seth Borden drama and all of that phenomenal stuff. And we'll talk about everything too. So like I'll get my thoughts out there. Don't worry about it. So before we get any comments, it was 2 years ago because I'm aware. I'm aware, guys. It was not even necessarily all the way 2 years ago. It was like a year and so many months ago. But we'll definitely talk about it. Don't worry. Have you seen Zoom? Yes, I did. I did. Congratulations, Sam and Colby. That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. You guys are fucking on a roll right now. You guys are doing great. I did hear about that. Yep. Hey, Sabrina, how are you doing? Let's see here. Literally just clocked in after 12-hour shift. Oof. Ready to hear all about this on the side home. Thank you. The ride home. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Graham. Hell yeah, man. Pretty cool. They have their store selling their merch. Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm curious, how many people here watched the video I posted last night? I posted a reaction video last night. Got a lot of heat for it. I mean, not necessarily me in general. It's just basically the guy that made the video got a lot of heat for it under my video. So basically, that's what happened. But we'll talk about it. We'll talk about my personal thoughts. I went live on Instagram, by the way, yesterday. So if anybody wants to follow me on Instagram, I'll let you know. I've been going live over there recently. So you might catch me live on Instagram at some point. I just did. Oh, nice, Jalen. Nice. Nice. Take a sip of coffee. Hey, Ashley. Oh, thank you so much, CJ. Yo, what's up, Crow of Judas? I appreciate you hopping on in. I love the name, man. Such a good reaction. Thank you so much. I was at work, bikes home, and went to bed at 11:30. Me had amazing conversation on your video last night. Thank you. Yes, you were there. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, there's a lot of people hopping on it now, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about the Seth Borden video I posted last night and whatnot. And I call it the Seth Borden video because he's the only one who's gotten most of the heat for it. So I posted that reaction last night. It was requested by me by like 6 different people. I got link after link after link. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna watch this video, get my thoughts out there. People really wanted to hear my thoughts. And basically, I think I summed it up pretty good during my reaction of how I felt genuinely. Now, if a lot of you guys don't know what the drama is, that consists of Sam, Colby, and Seth Borden. Basically, a channel was sent actual camera footage of Seth, Sam, and Colby doing an investigation at the Belair house about a year and so many months ago. Not fully 2 years ago, but it's going on 2 years ago. And basically a lot of really weird things were said behind the scenes, and it gave a lot of people icky feelings about the content creators. It did at the end of the day. I think that's fair to say. Probably, you didn't see him in the same light. Some people certainly didn't see him in the same light. Some people were telling me that they unsubscribed to Sam and Colby, which I can't really tell them. I can't sit here and just convince them that should subscribe back to them. I mean, they did it to themselves at the end of the day if it was them who said these kind of things. So mainly Seth Borden, which is the one that we're going to talk about. But I want to talk about some of the comments that I got on that video and my own mindset when it comes to this. Yes, it took place 2 years ago, but to me, 2 years really isn't a long time. and I know some people might freak out about that. To me, it's not. And no, I'm not looking for an excuse to hate on Sam and Colby. So before you just hop on into the conversation saying you're looking for an excuse to hate on some of the best content creators of all time, no. No, I love Sam and Colby. Fuck, I'm wearing their beanie right now. So I love those guys. But yes, this was an unfortunate kind of situation to where it was like a video we didn't really want to see. I certainly didn't want to see it. I was like, yikes. That's why I even asked the community, should I do a reaction to this video? Because I'm not sure if I'm going to be proud of it or not. And a lot of you guys said, yes, we want to hear your thoughts. So I did. And a lot of people, I was pretty honest about it. So, yeah, it was 2 years ago. Well, going on 2 years ago, but yeah, it's still relatively recent. That's not like, back in 2019 or 2020, which even then wouldn't be all that long ago either. But yeah, 2 years ago isn't all that long ago to say stuff like that, and that's why I think uh, Seth Borden really shocked me. Seth really shocked me, and a lot of people were even leaving comments on the video saying, "How are you shocked about this kind of humor? They say this stuff all the time." Amongst themselves, like they joke around with themselves. This is their style of humor. How are you shocked about this? They always say inappropriate things to each other. It's like, okay, fair enough point, fair enough point, but that's because it's between them, not about someone else. They don't say this stuff about other people. They used to in some cases. Sometimes they would say some pretty rude stuff about people, especially like strangers that would be helping them like learn some more information about a haunted location. Yeah, that would happen occasionally in the back, and I would normally say I'm not a fan of that stuff. But the difference between like calling someone weird or uncomfortable and then saying something along the lines of she should come back here and blow all three of us is a big difference, is a massive difference, okay? And look, yeah, at the end of the day, this was a couple years ago, and we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into the full description of what I think, okay? And at the end of the day, you should just know foremost, you should know I don't hate Sam and Colby. This is not about hating them. I don't hate Sam and Colby because of this. I don't really hate Seth Borden either. But I will say that it did make me look at him in a different light, in a sense. I was kind of, and yes, I was shocked that he would say something like this. Because this guy I always viewed as someone genuine. And I don't know if he deserves all the hate comments he's been getting. This guy's been getting bombarded with hate comments. Go to his Instagram to see his most recent post. You will see all the stuff that he has been getting sent. And it is pretty out there. Yeah, people are going after him right now. And it's not like, and I already said I'm not going to defend them either. I mean, yeah, they were grown-ass men when this took place. You cannot tell me this is boys being boys. They were grown-ass men. They were 24, 25 years old when this happened. I think they're 26, 27 now. So I'm not sure how old Seth Borden is. I just know Sam and Colby are like 26, 27. That's not that long ago, guys. Look, I'll tell you this now. I'll tell you this now. Maybe I'm everywhere. Let me drink another cup of coffee. Sorry about that. When I get into conversation, sometimes I mess up. Here's my actual opinion. I hope I don't get hate, but I think I'm a bit tired of the whole drama about everything that's about them. It's just drama when you type the channel. Understandably so. Understandably so. I'm not going to again, this is just my thoughts. I want to get my thoughts out there because people are, bombarding me too with questions. I need to get my thoughts out there. So, yes, it is drama. Yes, it's bullshit. Yes, I agree with that. Yes, it sucks that we have to be talking about drama. But again, I asked the community if they wanted me to react to this, and by all golly, they said, yes, I'm going to react to this, so I reacted to it, and I'm going to get my thoughts out there. I understand, though, it is drama, and with big channels, drama happens. I mean, I'm sure at some point, well, I know I've been in the drama, too, so I completely understand how annoying and obnoxious it can be. As someone who has dealt with SA and boys making uncomfortable comments, to me, it hurts to hear with Seth, and I think that's the thing. People need to realize that sometimes they do act like boys, right? Sticking tongues out and doing all these selfies and whatnot, acting like boys and everything. But at the end of the day, they are grown men. I mean, you can't really argue with that. They are grown men. They're not, they're not 17, 18, 19 years old here. They're 24, 25 years old, which is going on close to 30 years old, right? So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not going to defend their actions here. It'd be kind of stupid of me personally, to like try to defend, you know, some of the things that were said, especially the sexual harassment comment. I'm not going to defend that. Seth Borden should have known better at the end of the day. Not saying he deserves all the heat he's been getting, but it's kind of brought onto himself. Now, the thing about this is, and we're going to go ahead and talk about it still. Yeah, no, someone's already told me that, but yeah, someone's already told me that. I should probably go through the fact that, you know, a lot of people corrected me on a lot of things, which I didn't know. I mean, even the guy that I was watching the video kind of didn't know, is that it wasn't Sam who actually said the number one confession thing. It was actually Seth Borden, apparently, who said that. Or the theory is that Sam was reading confessions that were inside the house, because apparently there's like a booklet with all these different confessions and stories. So I think that could have been what it was. And that could be fair too. That you might have a point there. But yeah. The big thing I think to take away from that video is what Seth said. And that is basically the owners of the house, Christian, the owner of the house, I think that's her name, Christian, gave them permission to film at the Belair house, gave them the keys probably, gave them the equipment to use, and yada, yada, yada. She gave them all this stuff, very nice, very generous thing. And she was clearly watching that footage live, right? She was watching the cameras live when that happened, because even she said that she actually went and watched all the footage again. She downloaded all the footage because she was just so pissed off. But basically what happened was Sam asked Colby and Seth, how are we going to do the outro? And Seth Borden made a very disturbing little comment saying, let's call Kirsten back here and she's going to blow all three of us. And then we're going to leave. That is what Seth said behind the scenes of that Belair investigation. Yeah, I can't really defend that. And it makes me uncomfortable. And I'm going to tell you why it makes me uncomfortable. And I'm going to tell you why it upset me as much as it did. It upset me because as somebody who has female friends, I have friends who I value so much. I have been in conversations with other guys about my friends, and then all of a sudden they would turn sexual. And I do not like that style of humor, because I myself do not want to picture them doing things to my friend, right? I think it's also disrespectful too, because yeah, in a sense, yes, that could be viewed as degrading woman. Like, oh, that's all you're thinking about when you talk about her? And yeah, I could see why some people are getting pissed off. Now, yes, guys, yes, they joke around sometimes and they make those stupid comments. But the thing is, man, and you got to take in mind too that these guys are not just, you know, your average. I mean, they are average guys, but they're also giant YouTubers. They're giant content creators. They said they knew that they were being filmed that entire night. I don't understand why they would say something like that unless they forgot, right? Unless they forgot that the cameras were rolling. Okay, fair enough. Should it have been said regardless? No. Obviously not. It shouldn't have been said. Like, if they said that about a middle-aged woman, imagine what they say about people their age that are attractive. I wonder how much they paid for it. And let's be more specific. It was more of Seth who said these things. But it does not help that Colby kind of, agreed with it. Like, and people were saying all these excuses and whatnot, that Colby could have been just nervous and he was just kind of agreeing with Seth because he kind of likes Seth, and yada, 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 coming up with all these excuses, even knowing they probably don't know themselves because they don't know these guys in real life. And I don't know these guys in real life either. I'm just going by what I see on video. I'm not trying to pretend I know these guys in real life. So I don't know what was going through their mind. All I know is that he did say that, and it did sound kind of yikes on camera. That's all I know. I'm not going to hold him accountable for that. I am still shocked at what Seth said, though. Not not for me. Perhaps maybe they thought the cameras didn't capture audio. Pretty disappointed. That could be a possibility too. I want that actually. You might have brought up a good point, Smiles. You might have actually cracked that case. I think they knew they were being recorded, but I don't think they knew the audio was working, or the audio, if the cameras had audio. Maybe they took a look at the cameras and said, yeah, the audio probably is not that, and yeah, that could be a possibility. Personally, besides Seth, DC about this anymore, don't care about this anymore, bigger things going on in the world that I'm worried about more. And that's the thing. This is my channel where we kind of discuss this kind of stuff, and I understand, yes, there are bigger things in the world that are happening. I don't like to talk about the bigger things in the world sometimes. This was brought to me by the audience. The audience themselves, the Sam and Colby community, wanted to hear my thoughts. So I'm just giving my thoughts as I see it. I do this with everything. And yeah, I'm just, at the end of the day, I'm disappointed. Plain and simply. I'm just disappointed to hear it. Now, here is my other argument about the situation, though. And this is where people might be more excited, right? More excited. I agree. It's too late. It's just too late. We waited this long. You like as the owner, you know you waited this long to even say anything about this. If you really wanted to make an impact, why didn't you mention this around the time the Blair House came out? Unless she got hush money and was just paid off to be quiet, which is more than likely the case. I mean, in the video, you see the police investigation going on. The police bring her a paperwork for like sexual harassment charges if she wanted to sign it, and she's like, "Well, we're going to talk about that." So more than likely, she probably got money from them. Owner actually didn't say that. Didn't say what? Didn't say what? I believe Seth did most of the damage. Unfortunately, yeah. Seth kind of did most of the damage, and unfortunately, Sam and Colby were part of the ride. That's what I definitely got out. Seth made a comment. Seth said none of it was real. Colby had an immature moment. We've all had that them and replaced it, by the way. And Sam literally didn't do anything. He didn't even respond to what Seth. Well, yeah, Sam I kind of just pushed to the side, to be honest, because I'm like, he really didn't do anything wrong. He was pretty much just showing Colby his phone, and that's about it. But yeah, no, yeah. And look, again, this is just, I'm not trying to spread hate. So don't come on here thinking I'm trying to spread hate. I'm not. Truly and honestly, deep down, I'm not trying to. If I was trying to spread hate, I wouldn't be wearing my fucking Explorer merch right now. If I was trying to spread hate, I wouldn't be wearing my Explorer merch. I love Sam and Colby. These guys have won me over big time. But yes, when I watched the video and heard Colby say, yeah, after that comment, yes, I was a bit disappointed in him. Not something you should say to a comment like that, personally. Not something you should say to a comment like that. I'm doing my best to keep it positive here. Yes, that it was way too long after. If she was really wanting to make an impact on the Sam and Colby community, right? She wanted to prove a point about these guys. She should have posted this video around the time it came out. But she didn't. She decided to wait. These guys just hit 10 million subscribers, and they're big. This is the height of their career, and this is when all the drama. There's probably going to be even more drama than just this. Now, for Seth Borden, I'm not really sure what to say. I probably won't do reactions to his videos anymore. Again, it's not. Again, this is, even if it was a joke, this style of humor just doesn't work for me. I just don't find it funny. I don't find it charming. I think it's just weird. I mean, obviously, there's a reason why this comment was left out of the video, because they knew that this comment would have gotten him so much hate at the time. So yeah, they knew it was disrespectful. He knew it was disrespectful. He knew it was a disgusting comment to make. That's why it was left out of the video. So unfortunately, we had to find out the harsh way that he said something like this, and it kind of made it look a little bit more sus, which is on him in a sense. And when the police came, and if anything, is this the death? What did you say? Of Seth Borden? No, I don't think this is going to be the downfall of Seth Borden. I think that he's going to be heated a little bit. He's probably going to have some pretty nasty comments coming his way, for sure. I mean, I've already seen the nasty comments, and I've already heard people have started to unsubscribe to him, which I don't think that's going to cancel him automatically. I'm not a part of cancel culture, by the way, so yes, I did unsubscribe from Seth Borden, but I'm not a part of cancel culture. The humor didn't work for me. It's a disgusting joke, if it was a joke. Yeah. I worried if the email was from the Sam and Colby team or themselves. I worry if the email is even real. It was probably real. I don't see the guy lying about the email. I'm sure. Especially if you go to his video now, you can actually see Seth Borden's comment. Now, I'm not sure about you, but I don't see a lot of Seth Borden comments on a lot of other videos. So I'm sure he probably was kind of aware that this guy probably was making videos, kind of debunking stuff and going after some content creators. So he probably wanted to make sure that he wasn't going to bring up what he mentioned in the video, and Seth was probably trying to make friends with him before he did that. That's kind of how it came off to me. Now, could I be wrong about that? Yeah, absolutely, I could be wrong about that. But when you're leaving, if you're not someone who comments on a lot of stuff, and then you comment on someone's random video, especially a guy who is trying to go after a certain community, I mean, it doesn't look good. Yeah, it just doesn't look good. I mean, Sam does most of the editing for the Sam and Colby channel. That's true. That's what they say. Every Seth video is someone else's group video, but posted it weeks later, right after all the Hell Week drama as well. Yep. Oh yeah, that's kind of what it felt like too. Uh, oh my God, sorry Elizabeth, let me go back up. I'll get you. Owner didn't send a video. It was from someone else. Okay, so it must have been someone who worked at the Belair house, though, right? I mean, it could have been the owner, though, and he only said it could have been someone else just to hide the identity of that person because, again, that person was probably paid off to not say anything. So, yeah. Which video is the drama from? It's on a guy called the Side Eye Guy, I think is his channel. If you go over to his channel, you can see the video yourself. You can leave your own opinion over there. I only reacted to it. That's all I did, and I only gave my honest thoughts. So, uh, someone is not being truthful. I'm not mad at them, just disappointed. Yeah, I'm very disappointed to see the video. Yeah. One thing that we can also remember is that we'd all have a moment that made us look pretty bad if we were always recorded with our oh gosh, one sec, sorry, close friends. We just got to remember creators are regular people. They are regular people. It's just the fact that you are a creator, you should be more self-aware of showing a little more class, I think. I certainly don't go around and say the most disgusting things, especially when I'm filming a video or doing recordings. I think that's something that every content creator should be aware of, and should try to kind of maintain. I mean, when actors say the craziest, I mean, remember when Tom Hanks was defending his wife, and when someone almost tripped Tom Hanks' wife, and Tom Hanks lost his shit, everybody started giving Tom Hanks shit, like, wow, you think you're so much better than everybody, and yeah, it got crazy, and you got to be careful what you say when you're in the public's eye. You do. Uh, and unfortunately, the difference between a lot of things, the difference between something like Tom Hanks and stuff, this was not behind the scenes. This Tom Hanks' situation. He knew people had phones out and was recording him. It was just an act in the moment, right? So even when his moment of just kind of going after somebody was, yes, a genuine moment of just being pissed off, it was still on camera, and he knew it was on camera. But this was something that they were trying to keep hush hush, right? Because they knew that for a fact that no one was going to like this comment. They knew for a fact the public and community were going to find this comment to be disgusting. So that's why they tried to keep it hush hush. I can't defend the comment. I can't, and I won't. So I am disappointed, and mainly Seth Borden. I didn't know what to say about Seth when I saw that comment. And it disappoints me. It breaks my heart to say because I really did admire Seth, but has Seth ever had any controversy? I don't think he has. That's the thing. I think this is a big fuck up for him. Yeah. Okay, but if Seth said that, why do Sam and Colby still hang out with him? Just a thought. Well, I mean, they probably figured because, the guy wasn't going to have his reputation ruined publicly because they gave the lady, some money to probably be quiet and just to, hey, we're sorry. Here's some money. We feel like jackasses kind of situation. And I'm sure they were genuine when they meant that too. I have no doubt about that in my mind, that they were genuine when they said, hey, we made a mistake. We said some pretty harsh fucking gross things and there's no excuse for us. So here's some money. We want to make it right. I'm sure that happened. I'm sure there was a whole comment about that. And I can definitely see their side of it. At the end of the day, though, should it have been said at all? Probably not. I mean, show a little bit more class for sure. And on the owner's side of things, though, I can see why maybe this was just a really greasy move, and an unfortunate move, right? The owner in the owner's eyes, I mean, I couldn't imagine what the freaking husband and son. I'm not sure if she has a husband or son or anything, but if they were watching that footage, or maybe even daughter, if they had like access to that footage at that time, I mean, I'm thinking of like in the moment right now, not like today. Today, it's kind of too late to really make a big deal about this. But yeah, back then, if you really wanted to make a big deal about this, you could have done something a couple years ago, and maybe it would have had a bigger impact. It still has a pretty big impact today, but it just doesn't hold the same weight because it's not fresh, right? It's not like right there and then. It's new news to me, though. So like before you start, saying, this is old news. No, it's new news to me. I didn't know this happened. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you say to me. I didn't know this happened. I didn't know he said something like this. If I had at the time, I probably would have made a rant video because I would have been so pissed off. Yeah, so it's scary. Imagine you're alone with 3 dudes you thought were nice, and then they say, exactly, you got to look at it in the perspective of everybody. I can see it in the perspective of Sam and Colby, who were hanging out with a friend like Seth Borden. He says some pretty fucked up shit. They may have even thrown in some of their own money to try to be like, hey, we did not mean anything bad by this. I know it comes off that way, but it was just a couple of guys joking around. Can you please forgive us? Here's some money, please. Don't go out and say that, we almost got charged with sexual harassment charges and whatnot. It's not going to look good. And she was probably like, okay, whatever, and yada yada yada. But yeah, sorry. This is an interesting conversation. To be honest, I like your response and your thoughts on the situation. Thank you so much, Jeremy. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. All I can do, guys, is be honest with what I think and my thoughts. And paying silence it is not a good look. No, it's not. And that's probably why their team tried to go out of their way to try to get a hold of this person before he posted the video, at trying to get, more answers of what he was going to be posting. I mean, it only makes sense that's what they were doing, because I've never gotten an email from Sam and Colby that said, hey, before you start making fun of our jokes, we just want to let you know that we love your content and stuff like that. And I've never gotten comments like that. So obviously they were aware of the things that they said throughout this Blair video, right? I mean, that's quite obvious. I think anybody can pick apart that and at least point that out. They were obvious. I don't think that was sexual harassment, though. Oh, yeah, you commented on my video. At the end of the day, man, I think I can understand where you're coming from, but to me, it's a disgusting comment regardless. It's just an overall yikes comment. You would never want that said about your daughter. You would never want that said about your wife. You would never want that said about your girlfriend, especially in your own house, right? You would never want that said. So even knowing if it wasn't, let's say, and I do think that it can be, yes, viewed as sexual harassment. If you were to be at a workplace and someone said this about you that you really didn't want anything to do with, if someone said this about you, like saying, oh, hey, Jordan can come in here and blow all three of us. And I'm going to be honest with you, I was in a situation at my workplace too. Okay, this is a private story, and I'm not going to say names. I'm not going to do that. But when I worked at my retail job, as far as I'll go, when I worked at my retail job, I had an older couple really wanting me to be a part of a threesome. And I said no, because personally, I'm not interested in men, and I just didn't feel comfortable with that. And I was starting to get stalked by one of the members of the couple, and I felt insanely uncomfortable. I felt grossed out. I even started talking about as if I was going to go to the head office and report them, because I just was that uncomfortable. And I even had to block them on Facebook because I just kept getting messages saying, we can come pick you up and stuff like that. And it's not a good feeling. It's not. I told them I wasn't interested. It didn't stop. It's a weird feeling. And though nothing ever did happen of it, I was aware of it. So, I mean, it's still and you got to think, this is a workplace too. They are making money doing this. This house is a way for a source of income. They're letting paranormal investigators use their house. And imagine if a paranormal group comes into this house and starts going around saying she can come in here and blow all three of us. It's not a good look. It's, at the end of the day, I don't care what the excuse is. It's just not a good look at the end of the day. I'm not pissed off. I'm not holding anybody accountable. I'm not, coming at them like I'm ready to cancel fucking Sam and Colby. What the? No. I'm just annoyed. I'm annoyed. I'm disappointed. And no, 2 years ago was not that long ago, in my opinion. I know some people really view it as that long ago. It's not. It's not. A lot's happened in those 2 years with Sam and Colby, but it hasn't been that long. True, I agree, but I was speaking from a legal standpoint. If you say something similar in front of somebody, then in an office setting, someone has to tell someone to stop. And I think the difference, they had that on camera, right? They actually had this on camera. This was something they could not deny. They had it on camera. And the cops even came in with paperwork saying that she was allowed to file for sexual harassment charges. So, I mean, it kind of looks like it might have been in a legal kind of standpoint. And I'm sure they talked about it before it went down that way. Because, coming out with sexual harassment charges doesn't look good. It was on camera, unfortunately. If it wasn't, it could have been just talk, but it was on camera. So for them, it was looking bad. And I apologize. I'm not trying to come off like I know everything, but I'm really not trying to. It's just, this is my point of view, of course. And I understand where you're coming from. I understand, but yeah. I don't know what happened, but I'm interested now. Basically, some shit was said. And it wasn't good. Wouldn't be the first time with the police, though. No, it wouldn't be the first time with the police. They probably didn't want another time, yeah. Though I think it would have been more Seth Borden probably getting in trouble, and unfortunately Colby because he had to agree with it, which I'm still kind of like, ugh. No one cares. Okay, just cry and I'll just cry and hug myself. Oh, you're here. How long have you been here, Chelsea? Welcome. Sorry. I'm just focused on the comments. Sorry about that, Chelsea. How are you doing today? And this is why I contact Airbnb owners. I want to see the pattern with these YouTube ghost hunters. No one cares. Okay, I'll just cry and hug myself. Don't cry and hug yourself. That's not cool. Don't do that. Maddie, hey, I just want to see Sam's point of view. I think Sam was just the awkward, oof, this could be bad kind of person, you know? Oof, this might not be good. Seth Borden drama? Yeah, we've been talking about the Seth Borden drama for the past few minutes now. Basically, at the end of the day, Seth Borden said a nasty little comment on camera. He's getting some heat now. I'm not gonna be one of the people to try to go. I'm not gonna jump on the bandwagon of giving the dude some heat. I understand he made a stupid comment, and he's getting heat I'm not gonna say he doesn't deserve it because that's not my place to say. But my kid, no, I am so sorry to hear that, Chelsea. Yeah, let me go back up, Maddie. Let me catch some of your comments here. I'm sorry, guys. I feel Colby responded like an awkward. I personally respond to my friends the same way. I don't feel comfortable. Also, I was alone in my room with Sam and Colby. I would feel very, very safe. And at the end of the day, it's like I can't really. All I can tell you is my opinion on the matter. So if that's your opinion, I respect the fuck out of it. I really do. And you could be absolutely right, but that is only speculation, right? I mean, that's all we can do is, speculate what he truly meant by that. I'm not going to say he meant, fuck yeah. I'm not going to say he meant that because I don't know what he was mean. I don't know how he meant that to go about. All I know is when I looked at the camera and I heard how he said it, I just think that it was not a good yeah. It didn't sound like a very positive yeah. Well, unfortunately, it kind of did sound like a positive yeah. That's the issue. But if there's no evidence of Seth ever doing anything similar, I say tell him it wasn't cool and move on. And I think at the end of the day, that's probably the best aspect to do it. I don't know Seth. I don't know the things that were said behind camera. For all we know, more evidence could come out that shows differently. More evidence could come out that shows, Seth acting more in a very immature light. And if that happens, I just don't know what to tell him at that point. All I know is from what I watched, I am drinking coffee this late. I woke up like about 30, 40 minutes ago. Yeah. We named her Cookie, and she lived to 20. Oh my God, she lived a hell of a life. Damn, that's impressive. 20 plus years. Oh my God. But why bring out drama 2 years ago and just The Conjuring? That's exactly my point. Yes, there is a very unfortunate side to this. Of course there is, but unfortunately, they waited way too long to make a big deal about this. And if they were given hush money, then money, I mean, it's still no excuse of why they should have said it. It's still disgusting behavior, whether you want it to be or not. It doesn't matter whose side you're on. It's still disgusting behavior, regardless. Again, I'm telling you from my point of view. In my point of view, right? In my point of view, I have female friends. I have friends that I love dearly. I would never want anybody to talk like this about them. And I have been in conversations with people who have talked about my friends like that. And I turn that shit down immediately because it just doesn't work for me. It's not funny to me. It's disgusting to me. It's like I don't want them viewing my friends in that kind of regards. Like I don't want to think that these people want to F my friends, right? I just don't want to do that. And these are people who are coming off like, acquaintances and friends of mine who are saying these kind of things about my other friends. And it doesn't work for me. It's not humor that works for me. So at the end of the day, yeah. Sometimes it takes a guys a while to mature. I hope they learn from it. And that's the thing. I think obviously they're never going to do this again. So like, yeah, guys, obviously they're not going to do this again. You realize how close they were to being really busted right here? Yeah, clearly they haven't done anything like that probably since. On camera at least. Smartly so. But yeah, literally live in Sin City. They all probably off the chain, off cameras. They are young and have a ton of money and songs. Yeah. Yeah, I remember when Bill Burr was talking about Justin Bieber. It's like, how else is he supposed to act? Everybody wants to fuck your brains out, and you're loaded with money. Surprised they're not doing blow, right? So yeah, it's like how else are like young, fucking rich dudes who have like a lot of girls wanting to screw them every day. How are they supposed to act with all that all that confidence, all that charisma behind them, right? So, yeah, you can give them that benefit of the doubt that maybe they're just kind of victims of just kind of feeling like they're on top of the world. And maybe that's how they felt at the time. Maybe they felt like, we can say stuff and get away with it. And I'm hoping that's not the case, but you never know. And again, I'm not trying to say that stuff just to stir up rumors and speculations. I don't want people to leave this and say, hey, you know what Jay Cart's art said about you? You're feeling too big for your britches. I don't want people to go over there and say shit like that. No. No. Please don't do that. It's nasty, and it's only funny for the Joker, not the jokes. It's disgusting, and it's scary to hear those jokes, no matter how. If you're exactly, you would not want someone to say that about you. You wouldn't want that. I mean, I'm sure there's probably some women in the world who probably would love to hear fucking Sam and Colby say something like that, but regardless, man, regardless. And here's another point too I would like to make, that if it was anybody else, a guy on the street who said this response would have been the complete opposite of what people are doing right now. Well, let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. No, if it was some random guy saying this stuff out on the streets, people would have destroyed. Look at the reality of the situation, too. You know I'm right about this. People would have destroyed that person. It wouldn't have even mattered if it was a joke or not. So I look at it in a bunch of different perspectives. I just give my thoughts about it as I see. I mean, imagine if this was like, let's say, Jason Hawes saying this. I'm not saying he would ever say something like this. If this was like Jason Hawes, the guy would have been fucking done. It would have been over in minutes. If it was someone like Jason Hawes from like Ghost Hunters, or like Zach Bagans from like Ghost Adventures, people would have destroyed those guys. I don't like saying that. I'm not a fan of saying that, but I know that's probably what would happen. Fuck, if it was me saying something like that, I would have been pelted with cigarette lighters. So, like, you kidding me? If Cody said so, yeah, if Cody Satori said something like that, oh my god. Yeah, he's already been roasted, Zach Bagans. What am I talking about? It's like the pot calling the kettle black, because I stress greatly, some fans have said similar shit about Colby on Twitter. Some have, yeah. I've seen those comments, by the way. Yeah, I was actually curious. I went on Instagram and Twitter, and I've seen people are giving Colby shit for it too. It's not just Seth Borden. Colby's getting some heat. Pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. And by the way, guys, if you are hopping on in here and you are liking the content, you're liking the personal opinions and honesty from me, hit that like button. It's easy to do. It's that big thumbs up button down below. It means a lot. Helps out the video, helps out the algorithm of the channel, gets my opinion out there to more people. It's not going to change anything, obviously. This is just my thoughts. That's all I can do on camera, is just give my thoughts. It's not going to change anything. Sam and Colby are still going to have a very successful careers. Hopefully they don't pull shit like this again. Specifically Colby. Sam, obviously, I don't think did anything wrong in this video. But and Seth Borden, I'm not sure what to say about you, bud. I really don't, wish your channel to be completely destroyed. But at the end of the day, I also cannot blame anybody for saying what they're saying to you. So that's all I'll say about that. Hey, what's up, Michael? Boost, the girl. Hey, how are you guys doing? Thank you so much for making it. I think you keep forgetting about the Robert the Doll video. Also, you're missing my comment, you beautiful human. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that last comment of you just made. Thank you so much. Then go back up, Chelsea. I'll catch you really quick. I'll catch you. Oh, by the way, I need to go to live chat. There we go. All right, let me go back up to see Chelsea's comment. Not right away, but we are. Oh, I'm so excited to get 8-week-old baby kittens. 1 female, 1 male. Oh, that's so cool. I'm glad you're getting more kittens. Hell yeah. Well, that is a good point, though, that what if Seth had been making these comments behind the scenes and we haven't seen it brought to light? It's a very good possibility. It's a very good possibility. I mean, that's probably, one of the reasons why they probably did not want this getting out of the public. I mean, if it was going to get out to the public, it would have happened back then if there was not, some sort of talk happening behind the scene. Filipino paranormal investigators are fun. Try to watch it. Ooh, okay. Sam is more in some trouble for doing nothing rather than doing something. I think sometimes, sometimes it's best to just keep your mouth shut, even knowing, yeah, I guess he could have said something. I think in that situation, I mean, I don't know what you're supposed to do when, Colby agrees with a joke and, people are saying, he might not have agreed, and he might not have agreed. It might have just been the way it came off on camera. And that's unfortunate too, because, you don't want to see stuff like that. You don't want to see stuff like when you look at your heroes, or like the people that you look up to, or the people that you've just really grown to appreciate. You never want to admit that they could fuck up and say some really dark shit and fucked up stuff. I've said some dark stuff in my, my free time. Of course I have. Obviously this kind of stuff, no, because it just doesn't work with me. It doesn't fit with me. It doesn't sit right with me. I don't like degrading people. I just don't. It's not the kind of humor that works for me. So that's just me. Sam and Colby never fake anything to us, guys. No, we weren't saying they did. I wasn't saying they did. Act like such a good, genuine, wholesome guys. They act like on their channel. It's shocking to see some of the side of them. Yeah, it definitely again, you can't blame people for seeing that right now. I mean, you just can't. Why don't they leak all the footage? I don't know. I don't know. But then again, maybe they just kind of cut it down to the points where they were just looking all bad, right? Opinions will be opinions because most of that footage is probably just their investigation. Opinions will be opinions. Feel it like feel to let it out as you do, but not a little kids' cartoons. That's pointless to me. Opinion. 100% that it was Seth that said confession one and not Sam because it doesn't sound like Sam. It sounded like Seth. And I think the reason why I thought it was Sam who said it was because in the video that's who he thought it was too. And I'm not going to give him hate for that. You know, it was a misunderstanding, of course. But yeah, I thought he was saying it was Sam who said it. And then I'm like, oh yeah, Seth he's on a roll right now with some of these comments. Oh my god. J Cart's Dead Oak Paranormal found they wrong name for the Park Spirit. They said Terry Fauci instead of Fitchy because Fauci was a Google typo, used most articles, but real names was. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. Like, what does happen behind the cameras when not filming? It's sus. But at the end of the day, you could also say the same thing about me, right? I mean, that could be for any content creators. Like, what happens behind the scenes of what kind of people they are. I mean, look at the whole Boogie 2988 example right now. Boogie 2988 is literally he's on the verge of being pretty much taken over by cancel culture because of what kind of shit he has said and has said on camera. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy what's happened to Boogie 2988. But he's kind of deserved it. I mean, the things that this guy has said, it's pretty gnarly and fucked up stuff. You know, we're talking about degrading women. I mean, this guy's literally going by like judging women's bodies and stuff and all of that crazy nonsense. At the end of the day, just content creators. Some people have good hacking skills. I think everyone is different behind closed doors. I'm glad it's brought out now because this was news to me. Also, haven't seen any videos talking about what happened. It could be why they haven't done videos with Seth in a while. That could be too. That could be too. You know, again, a year and a half was not that long ago. So, yeah. How did that person get that video? More than likely, someone from the house sent it to them. I mean, that's the only logical explanation of what could have happened. That someone, you know, said, well, apparently the owner of the house commented on the guy's previous video, the reaction video, the same one that Seth commented on. The owner actually commented saying, you know, this is not the full truth of what happened. And that's when the guy decided to make a video about it. He's like, okay, what else happened? And that's why. But yeah, it might have been a bad time to post it now. He could have posted it at least a couple months later or maybe even before the whole Conjuring series with all the drama now. But, you know, again, it might have been just bad timing. Are you excited for the new Sam and Colby video coming up? Of course I am. It's not the wrong time. I'm not pissed. I'm not losing my absolute temper. I'm not losing my composure. It's just at the end of the day, you wish to see better, right? You wish to see more class at the end of the day. Just a little bit more class. I mean, this is nothing new with me. So when people were in the comment section, why are you shocked? It's like because at the end of the day, I didn't expect some of the comments to be said. You know, Sam and Colby never really ever made in their entire YouTube careers sexual harassment comments, and if they did, it would be between themselves, like, you know, against each other or like against their friends. But it would never like be about a stranger or an owner of the house. It would never have been to that level. That's why it shocked me because it's like, oh, so you're talking about the owner. Hell, I didn't even know it was the owner until the guy actually said that was the name of the owner, and I'm like, yikes, guys. Well, more yikes, Seth. It's just sad realizing yet another person I like, Seth, has turned out less than stellar, which is my fault for putting my hope into him. And that's kind of I think people don't like to accept that sometimes, is that, yes, sometimes, you know, the people that you watch on camera might not be that amazing. Just might not be. Whether it's me with, like, movie reactions, I'm sure a lot of people, you know, who are Sam and Colby fans probably think I'm, like, a piece of shit now because I've said some harsh things. And at the end of the day, you know, it's not even just Sam and Colby. It's not really them. It's just, if it's anybody, I probably have that same view, right? Fans making sexual comments towards Sam and Colby and then getting angry about this is wild. Hopefully, it will let them reflect on themselves. Now, a lot of hypocrisy, right? A lot of hypocrisy going on around here. Imagine that an apology video would be what an apology video would be like. I'm not sure if he's going to make an apology video. If anybody's probably going to make an apology video, it's probably more along the lines of Seth Borden who's going to be making an apology video because I just don't see him posting anything of recent and not getting heat for it. I think that, yeah, from Colby, it seemed so awkward. It felt like he had to say it for not feel awkward there. And that's kind of That's kind of the excuse that people are giving Colby, even knowing I cannot give him that excuse. I would have to hear what he would say. And to me, when watching the video, no, it does not sound like that is an awkward yeah. It sounds like a yeah, kind of agreeing with him, in my opinion. Now, do I want to think that for Colby? No, I don't. Genuinely, I just don't want to think that for him. I want to believe that the guy probably was just doing what you guys said he was doing. It's just that it just did not come off that way on camera. Uh, no fans literally say the most sexual shit to them. I know. I literally went to their Instagram yesterday and I was seeing like all this stuff. Oh my god, like chill daddy with his like shirtless pictures and everything. You think it's an awkward yeah? Still though, maybe he shouldn't have even said it, right? Maybe he should have just been like, or something along those lines. He shouldn't. He shouldn't. It just should not have been a yeah at the end of the day. It just not a yeah. Come on. I understand it could have been an awkward yeah. Maybe he was just agreeing because Seth was being awkward and weird and kind of disgusting, but yeah, he should have just may not have said anything. Because honestly, at the end of the day, that looked kind of disturbing. When it's the owner of the house, right? It don't matter what you think. When it's the owner of the house watching the footage and you hear Seth Borden say, Christian can come back here and blow all three of us. And then Colby says, yeah. It still doesn't look good, okay? You would not want that said about you. You got to look at it in her perspective, her shoes. That's a guy agreeing, yeah. It may have been awkward. It may have not been what he meant. But on camera, when at the time especially, when you're watching these guys live doing this paranormal investigation on your property, that's not what you want to hear, you know? I mean, it would have been even worse if Sam was like, yeah, or like, could you imagine if all three of them agreed with that? I mean, it would have been very wrong. It would have been like, oh my God, that just happened. So I'm really happy that Sam didn't say anything. It sucks that Colby had to say something, even knowing, yes, it might have been an awkward just agreement, but yeah, I would have definitely said something because I have confronted my friends over stuff like that. I've gotten comments and people be like, "Yeah, calm down, man." That's what I hate the most. It's like when I was defending one of my friends because of a comment that someone made about her. I remember thankfully one of my friends had my back too, but they said something weird, right, about my friend, and I said, "Hey, can we not do that?" And they're like, "What's the big deal, man? It's just guys talking." And I'm sitting there like, yeah, but I just don't appreciate when people talk about my friends like that. So please don't do that. And he's like, you're the one making a big deal about it. It's like, and then my friend actually said, just drop it, man. Just let it go. Stop talking like that. And yeah, that whole situation, I was literally about to have a full on argument with this person. And ever since then, we haven't really talked because I did not appreciate that he would mention my friend in such regards. Like it rubs me the wrong way. It doesn't sit right with me. It's the humor. Even if it was a joke, it does not sit right with me. This wasn't a joke, by the way. The person who was saying this stuff about my friend, this wasn't a joke. This was him being legitimate. I'd, F Ernest. It's like, no, shut your fucking mouth kind of thing. I was looking at like, shut your mouth. No one would want to see the two baby kittens that they arrive, when they arrive. You can post it on Discord. I saw your comment. Sorry, I'm trying to reply to all the comments. I'm not trying to ignore you, Chelsea. Did they ever get charged with sexual harassment? I'm just curious. No, they never got charged with sexual harassment. More than likely what happened was they gave the woman some money and kind of ended it right there. Do you have Instagram, Jordan? I do have an Instagram, yeah. Yes, I do. Do you want the link to my Instagram? By the way, hit that like button, guys. We have over 100 viewers here. We've had 100 viewers for the past, like, gosh knows how long. Yeah, just hit that like button. Do me a solid favor, please. There's my Instagram. I said I always want to see your kittens, yeah. Perhaps Colby figured it would throw off energy the rest of the video and decided Seth and made somewhat moral gray sacrifice for content. That's another theory. That's just another theory. I mean, it could be a possibility, but also we could be just thinking too far into it. I mean, it might have just been a simple, like, if like, we're making the argument, guys will be guys, right? Yeah, maybe that's what he thought, and maybe he was just being a guy, I guess. But even then, it's still not a good thing to say. It's still a disgusting thing to say, Well, thank you, Shine. I appreciate that. But anyways, I'm not gonna like sit here and make excuses for what I saw on camera. I can't. All I can do is, I can get the recommendation from you guys to watch videos and I can give you my thoughts. The fact that it was Sam and Colby related made me want to watch it. So I did. Hey, Melinda. I once knew two guys who said some horrible disgusting things about my friend. I'm glad I don't see them anymore. You see, it's just not a good feeling. It doesn't matter who it's against and who what it's about. And I'm a guy now. I'm a grown man now. So like those comments don't sit well with me. They're not jokes that I find funny, right? It's like I don't find the cemetery dancing stuff funny. I didn't, and some people did. That's fine, but it doesn't work for me. I don't find making fun of, older people's portraits funny. I don't find comments like this about owners of houses funny, right? Just hope they learn from their lesson and do better. Well, again, I don't think they're going to do this again because they got busted, and they're lucky it didn't go out to the public when it did. Because if it did, I don't know where they'd be right now. Just being honest. What was the last time they had with Seth? I can't remember when the last time they did a collaboration with Seth was. It might have been over a year ago. If I was in Colby's shoes, I would definitely have said something to my friend. Shouldn't be scared to confront your friends. Absolutely. That's why they're also saying it could have been an awkward response because he probably doesn't like him, and that was another excuse. Colby doesn't really like him all too much. There's also a difference between someone saying something online, which is all wrong. They were face to face with her. It's completely different. But overall, behavior is disgusting. I'm sorry. I'm a Sam and Colby fan, and I do not accept that kind of behavior. Exactly. I think most people could probably agree with that. That it doesn't look good. It's not good behavior to have now. I feel bad because I make joking comments about BTS. Okay. Here's the thing. Fandom is one thing, right? When people go around and they say all these different comments about people who are in the public's eye, right? That's one thing. So, yes, going around, looking at people who constantly take their shirts off and everything, I mean, they are literally asking for that attention, okay? Colby taking off his shirt, doing some sexy poses in front of a camera, that is obviously looking for that kind of attention. People are going to leave those comments. He knows that. Okay. The difference between that and a situation like this is that those people aren't looking for that attention. And the idea that she got a disgusting comment like that when she wasn't even looking for that is it's uneasy, right? It's uneasy. You don't like that. But yeah, when people are going around, with like OnlyFans, their Instagrams are loaded with shirtless pictures, them in bikini tops, and like, their boobs are showing. I mean, that's kind of what they're looking for anyways. So, it's just, there's a big difference. BTS, they have shirtless pictures all the time. I see it all the time. So, that's true. I think when people post stuff like that, they want compliments, and that could be true. And I'm not like, obviously I don't want to like come off like I'm trying to make it to where it sounds like, maybe they don't, maybe they just want to post shirtless pictures, right? Maybe that's true, but just because someone is wearing a skimpy outfit doesn't mean it's okay to sexualize them. No, you're right about that. You're right. I do think like, because if anything, I mean, well, there's a lot of people, who fucking leave the most craziest comments on some of these posts, which is always mind blowing to me. I was actually going through Sam and Colby's Instagram last night, and I could see those kind of comments all over the place, and people hearting them and stuff. And no, you're right about that. They're not obviously warranted for sexual comments. My apologies. I wasn't trying to come off like that, but yeah. And you're right about that, Kaya. Gross shirtless pictures is a bad like the permanent metal taste on my tongue. It is so sus that Satori and Cody do not like the show. More of evidence than even Sam and Colby. Want to accept? Great. Now I thought about that Sam and Colby Vine. Right. Of course, it's different when someone goes out wearing something to get comments and told they were asking for it. Right. Yeah. Everyone said a lot around but I highly doubt they act this way around others. I bet they don't think someone would go back and listen to their conversations. Kind of weird. Right, right. Let's see. Want to ask Seth, Josh, and Cody. I just really hope the owner actually wanted this out and being blindsided. I that's the thing I think about this whole situation is I don't really know. I don't really know who dropped the footage, especially if I don't want. The curious question is like, how much money did she get? Because it's almost without question at this point. They probably gave her some sort of money. Try to keep this quiet. I want to know what Colby was talking about before the police walked in. I actually tried to listen to that, but I couldn't understand. He said something about basement or something like that. Sam in the past followed a fat man and played the tuba. Although they did some crazy stuff back then. Yeah, they did. I mean, that kind of stuff, yeah, didn't work for me. Honestly, was a big fan of Seth, but this definitely has changed my opinion. But I'd like to think that he's matured. I would hope so, but again, this wasn't even that long ago, so I just don't know. She was watching it, like she said it was on table. Hey, we talking about the Sam McColby and Seth incident? We are talking about the Sam McColby and Seth incident, yeah. Yeah, we've been talking about it for the last, hour now. They paid $300 for the bear. Yeah, they paid $300 for the bear. But I'm talking about the separate sexual harassment charges. Because if she was gonna charge, I'm sure she would have charged them. But she probably had a conversation with them about it. Because it would not have looked good. Like, break-in property is one thing, but yeah, the sexual harassment charges are kind of like another thing entirely. Yeah, I will say that turned a blind eye to and used the excuse they've matured, and I don't know how much longer they can be that use that excuse. Yeah, me too, but they cut it before they could finish. I unsubscribed from Seth anyways. His content is kind of a copy of Sam and Colby's anyways. Well, I mean, there's a lot of, copiers of Sam and Colby. I don't really hold people accountable for that. It does kind of make it feel like, though, that the content gets kind of tiring after a while because so many people want to do that stuff. I mean, that's why different reactors kind of do different things, is because there's so many reaction channels now, and that's kind of why my reaction channel is kind of a reaction channel. But I also like giving my own personal thoughts about things. You also want to know about Sam before Seth said about the confession. Number one, yeah, I will say that I've turned a blind eye, but I also used the excuse they matured. Let's see. If I had to say so myself, these guys have been doing this so much and for so long, they probably are getting too comfortable and cocky behind the scenes, as much as it kills me to say that. Well, that's not really a crazy out there kind of, theory either. I mean, it's obvious, the guys they're rich, right? They have so much money behind them. They're doing so well. And I mean, they probably feel like they're on top of the world. I mean, they've said this is literally the best year of their life. So they probably feel like they're on top of the world. He still believes in Cody and Satori, so I shrug. I mean, you could also make the argument Sam and Colby could be copying Ghost Adventures, because they used to say they used to watch Ghost Adventures. I mean, and there's some similarities between Ghost Adventures and Sam and Colby's channel. Not saying that they did copy, I'm just saying you could make that argument. So, yeah. I'm wondering what Sam's reaction will be on Nothing of This Shit's Real. Read my last comment. All right, Waleed. The owner and Sam and Colby are good terms when they did leak the footage, and why didn't they leak? I mean, okay, but I would love to see the actual video evidence or footage of them actually being on good terms with the owner, because people have been saying that for the longest time now, but I'm only going by what people are telling me. They're all saying that they're on good terms now, but I don't actually have the proof that they're on good terms. I mean, they haven't filmed at the Belair house ever since, and I'm not sure if they're ever going to film at the Belair house ever again, but I just don't know. I just don't know. But a lot of people have been commenting that, yeah, that they're on good terms with them. I don't have the proof of that. I mean, yeah, of course, they paid for the broken bear and everything, but, well, wait, what happened with Seth? Basically, what happened was a video footage came out, some camera footage of Seth Borden saying some inappropriate comments about the owner of the Belair house, pretty much insinuating that she should come back and blow all three of them. And the owner of the house practically almost charged them with sexual harassment charges, and this video came out. It's not fake footage. I mean, some people were even saying it was AI and shit. It's I don't know how you fake that. I mean, that's legitimate camera footage. I get sick of CJ Falson's content because it's overly dramatic. The earlier videos he made were good, but I believed wholeheartedly the footage because now it's believable all the time. I don't like Sam and Colby's videos as much anymore because several times to get a response from the ghost or a sign, then they get all noisy and dramatic. They always act immature. There's proof on there's proof. The screenshot message. The message. Oh, well okay, but you have to look at it like this. That came from Sam and Colby's team. Of course they're going to say they're on good terms with the owners because they settled everything probably through money. But that doesn't necessarily mean they are off on good terms. I don't even know if they're ever going to be back on the Belair property anymore after that. I mean, hell, even the house down the street didn't want them on their property after that. So just because, the team, Sam and Colby's team, said they were on good terms, maybe they're on good terms in the sense that maybe they paid everything off and were just okay at that point. And that could be what they meant. But they necessarily didn't say that we're on good terms with the owner. No, I'm sure the owner probably doesn't want to see Seth's face ever again. That's probably the reality of it, because that's a hard thing to look at someone in the face for after they said it. Likely they won't be back there after that. Seth and Josh seen Cody and Satori do that thing like a year ago, the groundsbreaking thing, and they didn't show or tell Sam and Colby. I think they did, and Sam and Colby's reaction was fake. That's like a whole different conversation, man. Oh my gosh. I felt Sam and Colby's reactions were genuine. It would break my heart, though, if they ever came out fake. It would break my fucking heart. I don't know how I could take it. Who sent the footage? I'm assuming somebody from the property themselves, because I don't know who else would have that footage besides somebody who works at the Belair house. J-Carts, what has been the most bizarre security thing that has happened to you? I can't really say. I think maybe somebody hitting a cone outside the security shack. I'm not paying attention to his drama. What drama? Thanks, Trish. What did Trish say? Beautiful name. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Thank you. Seth Borden did what? I thought you was talking about Seth MacFarlane. No. No, I have no interest in talking about Seth MacFarlane. Seth also, Marissa, how you doing? Maybe that's why Sam and Colby weren't allowed in the Warrens Museum. It probably could be, because, they probably communicate with each other. You'd be surprised. Like, if the portal, now imagine this. Imagine if the portals, right, can go back and forth from different houses. Owners of the houses probably can talk to different owners of the different houses, yeah. They're probably all friends. They probably have, like, a group chat on Facebook or something. I like your lives. Been wanting to, oh, thank you so much, Cass. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hey Jake Hartz, hey someone somewhere, how you doing? Thank you so much for hopping on. And Richie was was Seth. I'm going to go watch that video now. See you later. Hey Jake Hartz, I think Seth was the investigator. Yeah, Colby saying Boo Bear kick was out of line, but I feel like it was more of him being uncomfortable. And Seth literally did nothing, or Sam literally did nothing. Yeah, Seth is kind of the one that people I think are going to be looking at the most here. Do you think Colby really meant to kick it, or do you think it was trying to act it out and accidentally kicked it? Well, at the end of the day, I don't think he should have kicked it anyways, because it wasn't his. Obviously, that's pretty obvious, but I don't think he thought it was going to break. I certainly wouldn't have either, because it's a bear, it's a stuffed animal. But then again, he should not have kicked it to begin with. Yeah. Probably should be keeping my mouth shut in here, but just watched your reaction to my vid and thought I'd say hi. Well, hi, the side-eye guy. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for hopping on in. I'm glad you can make it to my live stream, man. Glad you can make it to my live stream. We're just been talking about the whole thing, actually. Yeah, you should absolutely speak your mind, man. It's all a matter of opinions, and you know what? There's a lot that happened in that footage that, it can't be denied. It can't, right? I think he accidentally kicked it. He probably, look, at the end of the day, he probably did. Well, I don't know. I think he meant to kick it. I just don't think he meant it was good. I think he didn't think it was going to break. Because again, it's a stuffed animal again, but at the end of the day, the bottom line is you shouldn't be kicking things that aren't yours anyways. That's just the bottom line reality of it. And I think, obviously they're acknowledging that too, that yeah, we probably should be more careful with things that aren't ours. And yeah, absolutely. Have you hung up your Conjuring poster yet? Not yet. I was at Walmart the other day trying to get a poster frame for it. I couldn't find one. They didn't have the right size. Imagine Seth didn't know he was being filmed and he got on his knee. Well, at the end of the day, that's kind of an awkward, like if you want to talk about awkward reactions, that's something I would do if I was in an awkward situation. The owner comes out and says, "You guys realize you're being filmed, right?" And they're like, "Yeah, yeah." I feel like they did that out of awkwardness because now they realize, oh, fudge, now I'm in a situation here. So, funny how they didn't think it was a ghost touching the bear. Funny how they did. Yeah, I thought that was weird too because if you guys, a lot of you guys do watch Sam and Colby stuff like I do. One thing that they like to do when they are filming paranormal investigations is, sometimes they'll be out of nowhere turning on the camera and stuff, and they'll say stuff like along the lines of like, "So our camera was off, we didn't get this, but this thing's going off right now," and they've done that several times. Now the fact of the matter is that they didn't do that this time. Instead, they just called the bear annoying and stupid, and it needs to shut the F up. Instead of taking, more consideration into the paranormal, they just kind of treated it like it was an annoyance. Which also really wasn't, if you read into it a little bit, wasn't a good look on them at the same time. Obviously, I'm not pointing any fingers. I'm not saying they're fake, because I'm not that kind of, I'm just not going to do that. But that, yeah, was not a very positive look. They did not like the bear that much in the investigation either. And the thing is, if you're getting annoyed by it, just turn it off. I think the thing has an on and off switch. So why didn't they just turn it off? Singularity, yo, what's up, man? Thank you so much for hopping on in. Guys, hello, Raven. Hey, how's everybody doing? And we have the side-eye guy in the chat right now, which I do appreciate, man. I'm glad you can make it to the live stream and talk to me a little bit. I did watch your videos, and it was a very well put together video at the end of the day. I was very surprised. And people were, criticizing the shit out of you and giving you a lot of hate. I went to your video and I looked at the comments and stuff, and unfortunately, that's just kind of the reality. Is just, fandoms, they have their fans who are just, no matter what happens in this world, and I'm not a fan of it myself, okay? It doesn't matter what fandom you're a part of. I'm not a fan of when, they can't, for example, one of the biggest criticisms that I got was when I said what I said about Satori and Cody, people were giving me this big comment saying I'm not open-minded. And I thought that was so hypocritical coming from people who aren't open-minded themselves and refuse to look at every possibility. In the paranormal community, even I'm aware, and this is someone coming from somebody who does believe in the paranormal, you have to be able to question things. That is a have to. If you don't question anything, then you're just asking to be taken advantage of, right? And that's not even just for the paranormal. That's with everything that you watch. You don't want to fall for everything. Is it still okay if I'm still in the middle grounded? It's okay. It's okay. Absolutely. I think they don't think the bear is a good tool for ghost hunting. That is why you don't see them heavily using it. And at that point, they should have just turned it off and put it to the side if they didn't want to use it. That's as simple as that. I have one question asked. Why is this brought up right now and not 2 years ago? Well, I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer that question. I can't answer that question. Read my last comment. All right, Wally, let me go back up, man. Sorry, I'm chatting it up. Haven't we all made mistakes and learned from it? Cancer changes your life, and I'm sure they have grown and realized they did wrong. And Paul, look, at the end of the day, I can agree with that. Look, at the end of the day, I can agree with that. Yes, they probably have matured in the past year or so. But you could also argue that they got caught this one time and they just refused to ever say something like that on camera again. So, like, there are definitely many arguments you could have about this. Obviously, everything that was said in the video is still, like, inexcusable. It doesn't matter what your excuse is. It's still inexcusable. These guys were, like, 25, 24 years old when they filmed that video. I mean, literally, it's not even, like, a full-on 2 years yet. It's, like, going on 2 years, but it's not a full 2 years yet of when that video was posted. So, I mean, when people give me that excuse, it was a couple years ago, let it go. It's like, okay, fair. And maybe, yes, it has been a while since that episode happened. I mean, I guarantee you if this video was posted the day after, I'm curious to know, would you guys still hold the same opinion you do today if it was posted the day after the video was posted? Would you guys still say that people make mistakes, which is fair, I guess. Anybody could probably say that still. But would you still have that same attitude? But that excuse would not be there anymore. That excuse of, it was 2 years ago, so why? I'm just saying, all right? Did I miss your comment, Waleed? Give me back 1 second. I feel like I missed your comment. Read my last comment. I'm going up, Waleed. Oh my god, I see him saying no. I feel like I just read someone else's comment and I skipped it. Let me go back up, buddy. Gosh, I'm a dick. I don't mean to, though. I have a lot of comments. Who sent the footage? Oh, you were asking me who sent the footage. Oh, okay. I'm not really sure. There's proof on the screen of the shot messages. What are we talking about right now? We're talking about the whole Seth Borden thing, because that's really kind of what it's all about. Can you say at a... Oh, you guys are saying you would not have the same opinion. Gotcha. Okay, I misread that. I apologize. Oh, I have to go now. Love being here, but take care. All right, Cass. Thank you so much for hopping on. Hope you have a great afternoon. I feel like with them having the guest on the channel, I feel like they don't do that stuff anymore. At least, hope not. But yeah. At the end of the day, all you can hope for is that they learn from this. They're not going to do it again. They're just, that is a good. I hope that at the end of the day was the bare message. And unfortunately, I can't defend Seth Borden. I can't defend that. That comment doesn't sit well with me either, and I just, at the end of the day, I'm not going to wish, everybody goes after the guy and starts giving him all the shit, but at the end of the day, I can't bring myself to defend that without lying to myself. It's just not a comment that works for me. I always watch your stream vids, first time catch you live. Oh, thank you so much. I feel like with them always having guests on their channel, I feel like they don't do stuff anymore. At least, guests say they are very respectful, etc. Oh, you're talking about Sam and Colby. I got you. Sorry about that. I apologize. When I really get into my emotions, I talk. Fleetwood, I got the footage from the source and I made the video a week later. That's kind of what I was assuming will happen, is that you got the source from the Belair house themselves, like somebody from the Belair house. That would be the only logical explanation, because they're the only ones who probably have the footage. Waka in the house. Waka here? Police investigation also could have postponed the footage going out, as it could ruin the whole investigation. For sure. It would have definitely tarnished their reputation at the time if it had released. Again, Sam and Colby, not long before that, were busted and they got arrested. So the last thing they wanted was probably to have sexual harassment charges brought on them. I mean, I'm not sure if Sam would have had them, but definitely more than likely, unfortunately, if it was that awkward, it still would have gotten him a bust, because he still agreed with him. So, unfortunately, it's like he did that to himself. Sucks, but what can you do at that point? Seth definitely wasn't. Out of all three of them, was definitely the most awkward one. He had his thing pulled up over his head. He was like, "Fuck, I got busted." Yeah, I can't defend that. What did Fleet Footage say? Hopefully no other videos from the properties come forward. Only time will tell, won't it? Hey, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's any more. Say Adeline. Hey, Adeline. I should hope so. If it doesn't go well for my channel or wallet, then it means nobody is watching, and I want the story out there. I'm not looking to cancel anyone. And I think that's kind of where I'm at too. It's like, I'm not saying what I'm saying to cancel Seth Borden. I'm not saying what I'm saying to cancel Sam and Colby. Obviously, I love Sam and Colby's channel, but I will say that my respect for Seth Borden has dimmered a little bit. I can't lie about that. It's just, again, this is coming from somebody who just can't. Why do I just have Sam's, oh my God, yeah, in my head, yeah. Look, because I'm not a part of cancel culture, but I think what people should understand is that this is a comment that, and I think that's my biggest takeaway from your video, actually, Side-Eye Guy, was the whole sexual harassment comment. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, that was a very inappropriate sexual harassment comment. At the end of the day, it's as simple as that. In my eyes, it's as simple as that. It was a fucked up comment that should never have been said, and he got caught. It was rude. It was a gross comment. It does not look good on him or anybody involved. Unfortunately, specifically, I throw Sam to the side. Sam really didn't do a whole lot there. It was mainly Colby and, unfortunately, Colby and Seth. I don't associate with that. I don't associate that with him. He's related to a serial killer. Sure, but yeah, even, people, of course people say stupid shit, but I don't associate that with, what did he say? Basically, okay, if anybody's just hopping on in here, basically what happened was, Sam asked, in this footage that was taken at the Belair house from the security cameras, Sam asked, how are we going to do the outro? And basically what Seth said to both Sam and Colby was, we're going to call Christian back in here, and she's going to blow all three of us. Blow as in blow job, if anybody's curious. Blow job. All three of us. And then we're going to leave. And then Colby said, yes. And what is anybody supposed to really think? Especially people who aren't fans of Sam and Colby. What are they supposed to think just listening to that? Do you know what I mean? I don't think Lizzie did it, FYI. There's no undoing what's been done. No, there's not. No, there's not at the end of the day. All we can do is hope that, obviously they learn from this. I can't defend Seth Borden at this. I don't wish any hate on him, but when you're a content creator, you got to watch the things you say. Right? No, probably not. I will be doing a follow-up video. Some things need to be cleared up. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Yeah, because you know what? At the end of the day, man, I'm not going to sit here and, pretend like I'm a Sam and Colby fan, okay? I'm wearing an Explorer thing. I have a poster I'm maybe hanging up in the background. I'm a Sam and Colby fan. I can't excuse that behavior. It doesn't matter if I like their channel or not. It doesn't matter if I'm hanging up a poster and I'm that big of a fan or not. At the end of the day, man, it's just one of those things, right? It's just one of those things. There's a difference between cancel culture and someone admitting they're committing is wrong. Exactly. You could not have said that better yourself, Isabel. There's a big difference between someone, you're trying to cancel them. No, it has nothing to do with canceling them. No, it has nothing to do with that. I think of the three of them, Sam is getting punished for doing nothing. That really makes no sense to me. I mean, at this point, he was probably better off just to keep his mouth shut. You know what I mean? Because, what's Sam supposed to do? Is he supposed to, because, again, you guys said it yourselves. They're grown-ass men. Each individual in that room should have known better, right? So, Sam knew better just to keep his mouth shut at that point because that was the right response. I mean, in my situation, I'd have been like, hey, don't do that. But that's just me. It was a high school kid kind of a joke, to be honest. But the difference between a high school kid and three adults, yes, 24 to 25 years old, is an adult inside someone's house on their property while they told them we have security cameras is a big difference. But yeah. If it was a couple of high schoolers making that joke and someone caught them saying that, they probably would have gotten in trouble. Be like, hey, don't ever say that again. Right? But with the adults, it's a different story. The way they acted off camera seemed like they didn't give one about the actual paranormal activity, which makes me see the different video differently now. I know people make mistakes, but this is something that they shouldn't say due to the fact that they big image. But at the same time, this was 2 years ago. They may and again, well, we got to take into consideration this too, because I know that's one of the biggest excuses for them right now is that it was 2 years ago. Okay, but 2 years ago, in reality, it's not like we're talking like a decade ago. 2 years ago was right around the corner. It's not that long ago. Yes, they probably have made sure they definitely don't say that kind of stuff on camera again, which is good. Obviously, you don't ever want to say stuff like that on camera. But you're still not excusing, I'm not going to excuse that kind of behavior. It's not acceptable. Regardless. I mean, there's a reason why the guys probably tried to pay the person off to keep their mouth shut. Right? I mean, at the end of the day, you see in the video, the police come in with the sexual harassment papers. They're like, with sexual harassment papers, they're like, okay, we're going to talk about this first, the sexual harassment stuff, because they know, looking at someone's records, sexual harassment isn't a good thing to look at, right? It's like, oh boy, that's like, okay. So obviously they did not want that on their, I wouldn't say resume, but they didn't want that underneath them. So yeah, of course they're going to talk about it, probably get some sort of, agreement done so they don't have to have that on them. That's obvious. And there's a reason why they didn't want this to be brought out to the public. And I get it. It's not like I don't get it. I get it. I wouldn't want something like this coming out to the public. I'd fucking bawl my eyes out. Yeah. So it's just one of those things. I wish Seth would say something. I know, Kaya. I know. If he says something, I mean, I hope. At the end of the day, guys, I can't acknowledge his comment. I can't agree with his comment. But I'm not gonna wish ill will on the guy. I'm not. That's just not me. I did unsubscribe to him. I can't lie about that. I did. It just didn't sit well with me personally, and it's not sitting well with a lot of people, and understandably so. You can't argue with that. And don't give me the excuse, guys will be guys. It's not a good excuse. It's just not. If you want to stay subscribed to Seth Borden and still support him, then the more power to you. I just can't. I don't know what he could say, but I don't know. I don't know. Depending on how he handles himself, yeah. I mean, there's really nothing else to say besides I fucked up, guys, basically. You're talking about you're talking about this more than I did in my life yesterday. I need to get more focused on a single topic. Dude, I go for it. I go for it, man. Waka Wacky Paranormal. What comment? At the end of the day, it's up to you if you want to be sub to. Yeah, exactly. And the comment was just like, and he lost my follow on Instagram, which is like probably the biggest insult to any content creator ever. You know what? You just lost a follow. Just fucking unfollow him. Did you sleep this morning since you got off work? Oh yeah, I've been asleep probably for the past like 7-8 hours. Yeah, I just woke up like literally an hour or so ago. Yeah, but you have to remember, people now will do anything to cancel them because some people don't understand the difference of admitting something wrong and trying to cancel someone. Now, look, at the end of the day, here's the thing. You have to understand, too, that if you're talking about my perspective, I don't think you're talking about my perspective. I think you're talking about, just in general, people like to cancel people. And there are people who want to cancel people. There's no doubt about that. I'm not questioning that. Of course there are. I mean, I've gone to Instagram and I've seen comments on Seth's post saying, Seth Borden, your time is now. And you're done. And I've seen those comments, man, and they're everywhere. But I'm not a part of that demographic of people. I'm a part of the people who I watch stuff, I give my thoughts, that's it. I'm my honest thoughts. That's all I do. I'm not trying to prove a point. I'm not trying to do anything like that. I'm just I'm just speaking what's on my mind. And if some people don't like that, it is what it is. But this is just my thoughts. The comment sucked. Your lives are crap? Oh man, don't say it like that. You'll get back. This is like my channel recently started getting over 100 viewers for I've been over 100 viewers for the past hour and 22 minutes now. I'm more upset with Seth. Sam didn't make the comment about the confession. Yeah, people were actually saying that it looked like he wasn't even moving his lips, so it might have been actually Seth who said it. Yeah, I agree. Let me go back up. Sorry about that. Confession that was and Colby's sounded like a guy trying to make it more awkward. And that's just speculation. I understand. I mean, I get it. We always can hope for the best when it comes to the comments like this. And of course, I don't want to personally believe Colby meant any harm by it. Of course I don't. That's not me. But I can't defend the either. I'm not going to defend the It depends on how he defends it, really, if he ever wants to comment on it. But I'm not going to defend it. And it's a big deal because you got to think too. If he decides he wants to try to defend what he meant by the that also could mean he's burning bridges with one of his friends, Seth Borden. So it's interesting to say the least, man. It's interesting. We'll see what happens. I'm glad SAG made a video. I was following him on Twitter. I didn't even realize it. I just unfollowed him. Kaya, you know what? You do you. I don't blame you. I'm not going to defend him. And also, people seem to forget that this is the perfect time to come out with it because of the new people will swarm and want to be fans. They will, and they deserve to know. And look, at the end of the day, sometimes, people, it's true. Some people fuck up sometimes. All right, it's true. But it certainly is a conversation starter. I mean, that's why people tell you don't lie because the truth will come out at some point, right? Now, to my knowledge, I don't know anybody who knew that they had sexual harassment charges on them. I don't know if that was ever mentioned in the video that they made for their memberships. I don't know if that was ever the case. I don't think they would ever want this to be out there. So, and I don't think it was ever out there because this is the first time I'm hearing about it. And I know a decent amount about Sam and Colby, but I never heard one thing about this before. So, of course, they didn't want this to get out there. And that's why people tell you don't lie about things because at some point they're just going to get out anyways, right? There's no point. And this is one of those situations to where it's like, it's just coming back to get them. It was going to come out at some point. No, I disagree. Not everyone fucks up. I grew up Mormon. I'm perfect. I never fucked up in my life. Of course, it still isn't okay. I have been a supporter of Sam and Colby since Vine days. Still disappointed in Colby. You see? And it's okay. Look, it's okay to be disappointed in people. It's okay. It doesn't mean you're not a fan. It means that, this was a moment that is just, I do not approve of that. That is a fucked up thing to say. And look, so someone said, no, this was not put out there. Okay, this part wasn't. Now, the Boo Bear, I'm not sure. That might have been put out there in some regards. But the whole sexual harassment stuff with the police showing up, I'm sure it wasn't. I feel like everyone is somewhat overreacting to this. I don't think they are trying to hide anything either. It happened 2 years ago. The fucked up resolved. It's private and moved on. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. And we've already talked about that. And I'm glad that you're making your point, Hades. I know I really am. I really am. But we've already talked about that. You got to keep in mind too, and this is coming from my point of view. So if you don't agree with that, I'm not trying to step on your toes. I'm not trying to piss you off. This is just my thoughts on the matter itself. It wasn't a full-on 2 years ago yet. It was a year and something ago. I mean, even if it was 2 years ago, regardless, it wasn't all that long ago. I mean, that's literally around the corner. It's right around the corner. It's not that long ago, regardless of what, the excuses are. I get it. And maybe it was resolved in a sense 2 years ago and whatnot. But at the end of the day, man, this is just one of those big examples of those situations, because it may be old news to a lot of people here. It may be old news to a lot of people here who probably may have knew about it. I never heard anything about this before. And most of the people in my comment section are saying they never knew anything about this either. And there's a reason why you probably would never know something about what happened. I'm not talking about the Boo Bear incident. That thing, I think, was public. The thing I'm talking about is Seth Borden's comment. Now, you're probably thinking, you're overreacting to a comment that was... Here's my point of view when it comes to the comment that was made by Seth Borden. And look, I unfollowed him and I unsubscribed to him. I'm not trying to bring hate on the guy. It is what it is. That's just my opinion. The humor didn't work for me. I'm not going to argue with somebody who wants to be subscribed to him and still support him. The more power to you. But at the end of the day, and I'm going to repeat this for the people who are just hopping on in. At the end of the day, I have been in conversations with friends, people I know, who have said things about my female friends before, and I don't appreciate comments like that. That style, even if it was a joke, that style of humor doesn't even work with me. It doesn't function with me. I think it's gross. I think it's disgusting. I don't like friends of me talking about my female friends as if they're pieces of meat, okay? I just don't. Yeah. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. And it was a comment. I just can't defend it. That's just my opinion. The amount of OG YouTubers that I stopped supporting with quickness, yeah, that repeatedly show me who they are, crazy. Oh, I don't like Seth's comment at all. Don't get me wrong. Okay, so you're just meaning that you think it shouldn't be made a big deal, and I get that. But to somebody who doesn't know the information, now you got to think, this is my first time of learning about it. I'm gonna be excited. I'm gonna like, what is this? Like, oh my god, this is horrible. And yeah, that's just my reaction. That's my first thoughts. That's I give my thoughts. So that's just what it is. I feel like if Christian wanted it out there, then this would be fine. But if she is not the source, that, in my opinion, should have been left private as a piece of... Well, again, that goes back to my argument. Even if you lie, it doesn't matter what you lie about. If you lie, at some point, especially to content creators, people who are out there in the public side, that stuff's going to come out at some point. I don't know how it's going to come out. It's just going to come out. So if it wasn't going to be the side eye guy, I guarantee you at some point it would still come out. It still would have happened. Even if it wasn't the side eye guy's channel, it would have come out regardless of him or not. So think about that first. Okay, think about that first. Diggy hole. Nice. Thank God I have a female friends that have the same wild humor that I do, because I've said some wild things. I mean, if you guys are okay with it, it's not that situation. This was behind their backs talking about them. And I know my friends, so I know they would not find this funny. That's why it affects me. And not only if they didn't find it funny, I still don't find it funny. I have been, and I actually, it's funny they mentioned, I actually was in a situation where I was actually in front of somebody at my school. I was about to start a fight with somebody who made a comment like that, right? My friend was sitting next to me, and she went to go use the restroom, and then the person across from her literally said in the most disgusting manner that he would F the shit out of her. And I said, hey, take it easy. And I was ready to like actually be like ready to fight this guy because my face went bloodshot red. I was pissed off immediately. It just annoys me. That's all it does. You can have a sense of humor if you're okay with it, but like to me, it just doesn't work. Just be glad it wasn't a racial comment. Well, both are bad in their own rights. Both are bad. What did Wacka say? Who's the side-eye guy? I don't know why using the charges not sticking as proof for anything. There's been actual R-word causes and court. It's not the end all be all. Don't get me wrong, I love Sim and Colby's video, but I agree it's definitely wrong for them. And look, there's a lot of women who probably feel uncomfortable right now. I mean, you missed the drama. Aw, Peachy. Peachy, I already know Peachy is gonna be, what the fuck? All I can say is, if you guys want to learn more about this whole situation, he's in the chat right now. Go to the Side Eye Guy's channel, check out his video. If you want to know more about the drama, you guys can go over there and watch it. I highly recommend watching the video, giving him the views, because again, I do think that even knowing it, and I don't view the debunking community as a bunch of haters. First off, I know people love to like just throw them in a haters category. No, they're not haters. I don't view them as haters. Now, some of them can probably be a little bit dickish here and there, but it's not like I view the entire community as a bunch of haters who just want to see a community burn to the ground. I mean, this is coming from a guy who believes in the paranormal, and I personally don't believe that they are haters. I myself try to debunk stuff from time to time again, and sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't, and sometimes I look like an idiot. It is what it is. But I definitely say that even if it wasn't the Side Eye Guy who threw this video out there, this thing was going to come out regardless by someone else at some point. So they are young. They had no idea what to expect. The skeptic too much. Sam and Colby, they understood before they released the video. In other hands, Seth had no idea what he had done. Idiot. And yeah, they're young, but they're not like young, if you know what I mean. They're not like kids. That's the thing. They're not kids. Yeah, I'd say give him a subscription. You probably already know who he is. What was the Cody and Satori's response? Cody and Satori's response basically just said that we're not fakes, so stop questioning it. Basically. I'm tired now. I'm going to eat more sugar. Go wake up. Seth knew what he was saying. The Side Eye Guy, when did you see a ghost? The Side Eye Guy said, I believe I saw a ghost. I'm not a non-believer. Look at that. See that? Yeah, definitely go check out his video. If you want to know more about the drama, the video is probably the best place to learn more about the drama. All I can do is just get, yeah, check out the video. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and link you guys up with it. Gosh, people are going to be like, Jake Arts turns to the dark side? No. There's no such thing as the dark side and the bright side, the light side. There's only liars and people... Fuck. Let me go ahead and find this video. I can't focus on two things at once. My brain doesn't work like that. You're almost to 10,000 subs, man. You're doing good. Good job, man. It's almost 100,000 views on that video. There you go. I just posted the link to the video, guys, if you want to go check that out. Definitely want to make sure you guys go check out that video. All I can do is give my thoughts. If you want to watch my reaction after you watch his video, come on over. You'll see my thoughts on the matter. Will you react to Twin Paranormal in the future? Yeah, I'll react to Twin Paranormal in the future. Of course I will. Long story desire, I made a video about it. It was underground tunnels at Dover Castle. Ooh, really? Cody and Story want us to do our research on you. Dude, my argument... I mean, I said everything I needed to say. I've said everything I need to say about Satori and Cody. At this point, I'm definitely on the fence about him. I wasn't trying to be. I'm a believer in the paranormal, but just because I'm a believer in the paranormal, that doesn't automatically mean I'm not a believer in liars and con artists. They exist regardless if people want to believe in them or not. They do exist, and they do take advantage of people. Actually, I was saying this right here. I was saying on my videos, because there's a lot of people giving me this comment, and I'm going to be talking about the hate comments, by the way, a little bit. There's a lot of hate comments coming at me saying things along the lines of, you just want to ruin our fun. Like, you just want to ruin our belief in the paranormal. It's like, those are the mindsets that really let people get away with shit. And I'm not a fan of, people getting away with lying to people. It's not a good look. It's not good. So I was a kid when I happened, but I am planning on doing some paranormal investigations in the not too far distance. Look at that, guys! The side eye guy doing paranormal investigations, a believer, and he made a video on it's awesome, man. I'm happy. I'm happy to hear that too. I want to do paranormal investigations at some point in the future too, and all that. Yeah. Hey, Kayleen, how are you doing? Have you done a video on sharing your paranormal experiences yet? Are you talking about me or the side eye guy? I think you're talking about the side eye guy, right? I have to, yeah. Is the side eye guy here? Can I have an autograph? 100 likes, 101 likes. Thank you guys so much for doing that. I appreciate it. I really do. I feel like Hagrid at the end of the Chamber of Secrets, where I'm just like fucking putting my arms up and everything. I get out of prison. I'm happy. I believe in the paranormal, but at the same time, there are multiple ways you can debunk stuff, but not saying I don't believe when I grew up in a haunted house and our beings. Absolutely, man. The defendants, Cody and Satori, bear the burden of proof. That's right. Just fucking do some of these things. It's not like, I hated that excuse. We're not going to be your, people's lab rats. It's like, okay. Just say you don't want to do it then. You don't have to play the victim. Just say we're not going to do it. You don't have to play the victim here. Any topics of video you're planning on doing before Thanksgiving? I'll probably go ahead and do a Thanksgiving live stream. I have 4 channels, so I always like on them all. Nice. Yep, the side-eye guy is here in the chat right now. Pretty cool guy. In my 1,000 sub special video from a few months back, I tell my ghost story in detail. Sorry, don't mean to plug your live. Dude, you're fine, man. You're fine. Was Sam the one saying none of this shit is real? I think it was. No, I think it was, it might have been Seth. I think it was probably Seth, because his lips were moving at the same exact time that was said. It does, for some reason, it does sound like Sam, but that could be just the audio, but it does look like Seth might be the one saying it. Yeah, it's pretty tough. I got to really go back and look at it a couple more times. Yeah, I'm waiting on seeing with those two. It's sad to have to sit on the fence with them, but it is what it is. I believe, but I'm not a sucker. Exactly. And if you have that, if you're one of those people who's just, you full on believe them and whatnot, if you're one of the people who believes them, the more power to you. Just respect other people's opinions. At the end of the day, the only reason they aren't doing it is because they're fake. There's absolutely no way they're real after the response. At the end of the day, it's like, I've said it, dude. I've said it so many times now. It's like, at the end of the day, it's not going to be the debunking community. It's not going to be the paranormal community. It's not going to be Sam and Colby. It's not going to be Seth Borden. It's not going to be exploring with Josh. Literally, the downfall of Satori and Cody is just going to be by their own hands. Jesus Christ. It was me. I said it. The voice was deeper than Sam's. Definitely sounds like Seth. And it probably was. Yeah, it's like, I keep repeating myself. I apologize. I don't know why I do that. Jeez. It was me. Hey, Sarah. Was Sam the one? Oh, by the way, thank you for joining, Sarah. Glad you can make it. Big TY, bro. Got big numbers tonight. It was pretty crazy. Just got off work, catching up. Wow, this all went crazy so fast. It did. It did. It's an interesting conversation for sure. Personally, I think is Sam who said it, but I will go into this on another video, but I totally understand why people think it's Seth. It is hard to kind of see it, because it's like, yeah, it does sound like Sam in a sense, and people were coming up with pretty decent little theories, in my opinion, where they were, Sam was looking at his phone, so he might have been reading comments, or maybe like if they have the confession book at the house, maybe he was reading confessions inside this book that where people write their theories and their experiences on. That could always be a possibility too. Of course, all I can do is look at the footage and just see what I think. But yeah, that does make sense that it could have been Seth who said it, because his lips were moving. Very good possibility. I don't know. Maybe he was just mumbling to himself. For sure. Yeah. I'd love to see a bigger, deeper dive on that. But Either way, it's still kind of like, wow. But let's see here. The Ghoulish Gal, how are you doing? I'm sorry I'm late, but what happened with Seth? Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Bernadette, thank you for joining too. I appreciate y'all hopping on in here. Basically, if you guys want to know, he's in the chat right now. The side-eye guy posted a video of footage that was sent by the owners of the Belair house to him of camera footage from about a year and a half ago, going on 2 years ago, of Seth, Sam, and Colby all in the Belair house doing their investigation. And some things were said behind the scenes that probably were not the best of things to say. Specifically, perverted, really sick and gross comment made by Seth Borden about the owner of the house, basically insinuating that she should come back and blow all three of them. Yeah. Yeah, very degenerate comment made by Seth Borden, unfortunately. Right, the side-eye guy. Right. You make a fair point. I have to definitely go look back and look on that footage again. Yeah. Thank you for the recap. Jeez, that's disappointing. I just told Peach. I told her to go watch her herself, and I just fucking spoiled it. Why didn't anybody stop me? The side-eye guy, you could have stopped me. You could have stopped me from saying something. You're in the chat now. I can use that excuse. Still disgusting, no bottom line. It is 100% disgusting. It's a disgusting comment. I can't defend it. I just seen Peachy's comment. What? Yeah, go watch it. Peachy, go watch the video. It's one thing for me to say it, but it's another thing for you to go watch it yourself and kind of see him say it. And I've already said all my thoughts on it. I don't think I need to repeat myself. I basically just said, it's fucked up. It's fucked up, guys. Bottom line. I know, I spoiled it. But watch it. It doesn't matter if I spoiled it or not. Go watch it. Gosh dang it. Yeah, when I next see him in Sam and Cole's videos, I won't feel good about it. Yeah, it's going to probably leave a little bit of a weird, aftertaste. Definitely I was a little sour. I felt a little bit of a sour sensation on my tongue after watching that video. I was like, oof. I think Sam really was included in all that much, but yeah, Colby, I was disappointed. Yeah, I was a bit disappointed in Colby too. Do you think they'll respond? It's really hard to tell. It's really hard to tell if they're going to respond to this. Again, a lot of people have a good point. It was a couple years ago, well, a year and a half or so ago, almost going on a couple years ago. It's completely up to them at this point, but at some point, they're going to have to probably address all the negative comments, especially on Seth's Instagram. Seth has been getting nothing but hate comments. And, yeah. He's just been getting nothing but hammered down of these past couple days now. Obviously, this is not something that, you should blame on people bringing this to the forefront. Obviously, the guy should not have said these comments to begin with anyways. So, in reality, he kind of did this to himself. And I'll tell you right now, if any other content creator said something like that, they would have been destroyed. If it wasn't a content creator, it could have been anybody. If it was, like, anybody on the streets. Or it could have been me who said it. And people would have destroyed him. But it's crazy that, people are trying to make up excuses for that comment. I don't think anybody I don't think anybody's, well, there's some people who are trying to make up excuses, but most of the people are understanding. They're like, you know what, we love Sam and Colby, but yeah, that was not a good look. It just wasn't. Okay, so says the Strass. I can't defend him, so if you want to think, if you personally go with that route, yeah. Go watch it. Just go watch the video. Yeah, absolutely. I can't defend that comment, so he said it himself. He's kind of the one who's going to be, he kind of brought the backlash on himself for saying something like that. What if it was a female who said it instead of Seth? I think it, because of the context of, again, it's like, I don't know. It's like one of those things. I have to almost see it happen to see what people would say, but it's still a really gross comment to make. Did you watch the video? Peachy, did you watch it? Gosh, go watch it, please. Hi there, it's me, Sonia. Hey, evening, I'm going to watch Disney's Pocahontas. Oh, that sounds like a lot more fun than watching what I watched. Want to ask Sam and Colby and Seth Borden, what's their favorite Disney film? Oof. Oof. Good. Yeah, you should. Hello, David. No, I'm going after. Okay, okay. I wonder what Josh is going to. Oh, yeah, that's a good question. How is Josh going to approach this? How is Josh? I literally don't think you're going to be able to defend him. I wouldn't be sure about that, to be honest. What do you mean, Kaya? Kaya, what do you mean? Like if it was like my comment about like if it was anybody else, people would have been trashing them. No, I do genuinely believe that there's a lot of people who do give people a lot of the benefit of the doubt. There are so many content creators that would have said worse shit. They still have the platforms. Not saying what Seth said isn't bad, but just saying. So many content creators who have said, "Oh, for sure." I'm not denying that at all. There are plenty of content creators who have said nasty shit. I mean, a good example earlier, Boogie2988. That guy is on the verge of literally being broke because his views went down so bad because of the shit he has said. So yeah, no, it does happen to people. It does happen to people. Oh yeah. Yeah. How, dude, still, people still hold Logan Paul responsible for the whole Suicide Force thing. I'm kind of one of those people. I can't watch Logan Paul after that shit, man. To me, that was the most inhumane, disgusting shit I've ever seen. Yeah, there are some content creators who, are being hammered down with, shit they've said. Yeah, you think Josh and Seth will still be friends? It's hard to say. I mean, I can't really, like... I mean, at the end of the day, if they're still friends, I'm not going to sit here and tell him he can't be friends to whoever he wants. That's just not... That's not my decision, of course. But, yeah. It's one of those things, man. It's just I cannot personally get behind it. I've already unfollowed him on Instagram, and I've already unsubscribed him on YouTube. I'm not gonna sit here and like bring hate on the guy. I'm not gonna influence my audience to go after him because that's just not my place. My audience can decide for themselves if they want to follow somebody like that. It's completely up to them, and I'm not gonna judge them if they do. But after that comment, it's just not for me. It's just not for me. I've been in situations like that myself. I know what it's like to get, your friends talked about, your female friends talked about like that. And I've, defended my female friends because of it. And, yeah. So it's just one of those things. Even if it was a joke, it did not hit with me. It's not funny in my eyes, so. This happened 2 years ago. Obviously, they're still friends. And if they're friends, then Josh probably knew about it. There's definitely going to be speculation like that, right? There's definitely going to be speculation like that. I did a vote on my channel to see if people would want to hear my thoughts on everything lately with the paranormal world. Should I, I mean, of course, you should always, if you're going to want to do your own videos, definitely go for it, man. You cheer for the show, Little Raven? I appreciate that. And I also appreciate the little popcorn bucket, too. I love that. I love that. Thank you guys for hitting that like button, by the way. We're 818 views right now, 125 viewers watching, and 113 likes. You guys are killing it. I really appreciate it, you guys. Dean Novak, chicken. I fucking love chicken. Thighs, specifically. I mean, maybe he should be deplatformed. Some of these content creators certainly should be. Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, at the end of the day, I could say whatever I want about a channel being deplatformed, but I already know it's never going to happen. Because you're still going to have fans. They're still going to have people who are going to defend them no matter what. Going back what I was saying, that's why I said, no matter what you say, content creators are so beloved anymore that people still won't want to picture them ever doing something wrong, so they'll always defend them no matter what. Even if the proof is in the pudding, they'll still defend them because that's just people. You love chicken wings? I fucking love chicken wings. Buffalo, man. Yeah, Buffalo. I want popcorn now. Go get some popcorn. I love gargling petrol cleaner. Sorry I haven't been talking much. Oh, you're good, Sammy. You're good. Don't worry about it, man. Let me. I did vote on a thing. Jordan, what's your favorite food on Thanksgiving? Probably smoked turkey. The real tea is that we got a peek behind the curtain. If he, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, kind of thing, right? Hey, Florencia, thank you so much for hopping on in. Thoughts on chicken sandwiches? Oof. Wendy's chicken sandwich is probably the way to go. My 7-year-old Adriana says hi. Oh, well, hi. Thank you so much for watching. Put some peanut butter on that first one. That makes me sad. About what? That people will still defend them no matter what. It sucks. It is what it is. I mean, it sucks, but it is what it is. How do you feel about traveling to learn more about the culture, or is it just paranormal for now? Like, actually go out and, like, do paranormal investigations? I'd love to someday. Video doesn't lie. Unfortunately, it does not lie. No matter how much people want to defend it, you can't really make excuses. I mean, you can always make excuses up, but yeah, video evidence doesn't lie. It doesn't matter who you are. Whether you're Sam and Colby, whether you're freaking Boogie2988, whether you're one of the biggest YouTubers of all time, it don't matter. Whether you're a guy on the street doing nothing at all or just like don't have a name for yourself, it doesn't matter. If you're on video evidence, it is there. Love your thoughts on everything. Thanks for keeping it real, being honest, and just overall epicness. Aw, thank you so much, Lim. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, bud. I would love to go ghost hunting on my own. I absolutely would. And that's someday hopefully a dream of mine. How do you feel about traveling? How hard are they coming? Well, go to his Instagram and find out for yourself. Because, yeah, the heat has been coming, let me tell you. The side-eye guy, what's peanut butter joking, man? I should... let's see. Damn, we got drama with Josh versus Noah and Angry Kuon versus Beardo. Beard, what's the paranormal community come to? It's a mess right now. It's a little bit. It's in a pickle. But hey, you know, we'll get through it at some point. At some point, it's gonna be over. Don't worry about it. Let it do its thing. You know, we gotta have a break from all the paranormal investigations. You know, it can't be clean forever, right? We gotta get into the pig pen every once in a while. Oh no, you're good, side-eye guy and Waka. You're good, man. CME, I ordered 20 nuggets. Awesome. I like stuffing. Now we're going to talk about food. This is normally how our live streams go, by the way. We'll talk about drama, we'll talk about movies, then we'll talk about food or something. Thoughts on Lucky Charms? Oh, Lucky Charms are good, man. Lucky Charms. Who does not like Lucky Charms? That's the question. Highly suggest ghost hunting at Waverly Hills Sanatorium. That'd be so much fun. When ghost hunters go wild. That's right. Never been happier to... And, you know, I love the comments where people are telling me, why don't you just go up to them and get in their face and tell them all this stuff? Okay, you want me to fist fight them? Like, what do you want me to do? What's your point? Like, okay, saying it to their face? I always love that comment. Like when the whole Satori and Cody thing, we're going, well, I would love to see you go and get in their face and tell them all this stuff. Okay, what's that going to solve? It's like, even if I, for some reason, had a chance to go and watch their experiment up front, right? Their whole thing go up in person. Do you really think they're going to let me, like, want to test anything to make sure they're legitimate? No, they're not. If they're not going to do it for the camera, what makes you think they're going to do it for one person? Top 3 you want to hunt at? Top 3 places I want to hunt at. I want to go to the Blair House. I want to go to the Blair House now. That'd be awesome. I would love to go to, I think isn't the Blair House in Ohio? If I'm not mistaken. The side-eye guy, do you know if it's in Blair, Ohio, maybe? I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I felt like it was in Ohio. I want to go to the Clown Motel. And I want to go to the Sally House. Dude, I live in Ohio. No way. No way. Ohio gang. Woo! But yeah, I do genuinely feel bad for the owner. I do, because, you know, again, I wonder if you guys actually thought about this. What would the owner, like, watching that footage, I'm not sure if the owner, Kirsten, has a husband or a boyfriend or a son or a daughter or whatnot, but I could only imagine what her family must have thought when they heard these, like, really popular paranormal investigators talking like that about their loved one, their mom or something. They probably were just so fucking pissed. Hey, did you see Sam and Colby merch is going to the... I did see that. I thought that was really cool. That's good. That's awesome. And congratulations to them. I love that. They're on a roll this year, guys. You love it here in Ohio? It's not as big of a meme as people think it is. It's a nice little place. For those asking, when I only had less than 1,000 subs, Twin Paranormal gave me a legal copyright strike on my channel. They did the same to the shape at the same time. Yikes. Yikes. Why'd they give you a copyright strike? Was it just because you watched their footage? It's all right, except we had snow Halloween night. Really? I'm sorry to hear that, Sada. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that too. Oh, they didn't like the videos you did on them? You did a whole video on it? Oh, man. Oh, man. You see, I think when channels do that, and I gotta say, people were actually talking about the personal messages that you posted, like of Sam and Colby's team messaging you and whatnot. You know, the first thing you should always look for is how it starts out, right? So whenever a video or like a message start, it doesn't matter if it's like, you know, them trying to get a hold of you for whatever. If a message starts out with literally them acknowledging your channel and saying they love what you do, you already know they're worried about something getting out, right? I mean, you already know that they probably don't really mean that. They're probably just saying that to get on your good side so you're not going to be as harsh as you were. That's probably the first thing. I mean, that was what would have went through my mind first off. I'd have been like, oh, okay, yep, sure, you think my channel's awesome. Yep, thank you for telling me. So that's never a good look. They didn't take it any further because they were in the wrong. For those who don't know, YouTube have poor copyright system. Very poor, very easy to take advantage of. Absolutely. Yeah, it's basically ass kicking. Ass kissing. Kicking. Yeah, kissing, not kicking. It's basically ass kissing at that point. Yeah, you're kissing my ass just so I don't say nothing. Yeah. I never liked them, to be honest. Always use phone apps and the recording devices. Answer, I don't trust them one bit. The side-eye guy, how long have you been to YouTube and why haven't I seen your videos? I think I need to binge watch your videos. What parts did you believe and move from Hell Week? I believed in Josh Shirt. I believed in that. I believed in that. Now, yeah, again, I'm a paranormal believer, so like some of the things in that video regarding around Sam and Colby, Josh, and all them, you know what? People were just asking me, when's the last time they did a collaboration with Seth Borden? I just thought of this. They just did one. I just thought of that. I literally said, it's been a couple of years since they've done one. No, Seth Borden was in their, like, Conjuring series. What was I thinking? What have I missed? Hey, how you doing? Court, how you doing? Who are we talking about? Sorry, I just joined in a little bit ago. We're talking about the Seth Borden drama that came out. Really, and just life. If you want to talk about anything, let me know. We were talking about chicken a few minutes ago, too, which that was kind of fun. I wouldn't have been too full trust. People thought they could trust you with the house and with all the possessions. My trust would have been shaken, too. Yeah, and I mean, the house down the road even decided to turn them down because of what, you know, the Belair house told them. They found out, yeah, these guys are not being respectful to our property, so we're not gonna let you guys come over. To be honest, I feel, though, Kirsten could have handled the situation without the police, although I don't blame her for calling them to be at the house. I would have, too. In my opinion, I think she did the right thing. It was either the police show up, who are mutual, or she brings in her husband, who's going to be sitting there looking them dead in the face the entire time, probably wanting to rip their throats out because of the comment they made. So I think the police were a better and safer option than bringing her family in my opinion, and I think she was uncomfortable. The fact that they said that, right? And I'm not trying to say that they're gonna do anything. I'm just saying, after hearing a comment like that from Seth, that probably made her uncomfortable to be in the house alone. I think any woman would be uncomfortable to be in a house alone, especially with three guys that just said something like that. Whether it was a joke or not, regardless if it was a joke or not, it's an uncomfortable thing to hear about yourself. Hey, no worries about the side-eye guy. I appreciate you hopping on in, man, and joining us for the conversation. A lot of fun. You seemed like a pretty good guy. I'm going to tell you right now, and it don't even matter, like, if I was in her shoes, and I heard one of the guys say this, and the first thing I'm going to think is, I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. Sorry, I must say, hardly, totally a different thing on the video, but, sorry, but I must say, I, heard totally different thing on that video, but whatever. What did you hear on the video? What's up, Jordan? Just got off. Hey, what's up, Nick and Thor? How you doing, buddy? I would feel uncomfortable if it was me as well. Colby, in my opinion, was showing off, trying to act cool, and noticed that he doesn't... Yeah, that's the thing, too. I think that's what most people can agree on. Even if it wasn't what he was meaning, he still kind of has to understand what it comes off to on camera. And, like, you got to put yourself in her shoes, too. If you owned a haunted house and you had a couple of ghost investigators come to your house, she doesn't know these people in person. All she knows is that they're big YouTubers. and they say something like this, you're not going to be happy about it. You're not going to be happy about it. I don't care who, I mean, there probably is some women in this world who'd be like, oh my gosh, Sam and Colby, Seth, regardless of that, it doesn't matter. You don't say that kind of stuff. You just don't. Plain and simple, not trying to bring hate to the guys. I obviously love Sam and Colby's channel, but this was not a good look. What? sorry. Did someone just come in here and find out what we were just talking about? Yeah. I'm a Sam and Colby big fan, but as a woman, I'd get uncomfortable from it. Exactly. I just joined. What did they say? Let me go ahead and read. Get my leg hurt. It hurts. Yeah, facts. I gave you that, and it should. That's the natural response to that kind of situation. So yeah. Even if it was in the context that they didn't mean it to be in, what else are they supposed to think? Hey Amanda, how you doing? Hey Galaxy, how you doing? Oh, a lot of people are hopping on and around. Guys, thank you so much for making it. Glad you could be a part of the conversation. How are you? I'm doing good. Thank you so much for asking. What 6 Pokemon? Oh, God, I love this comment. I'm gonna take a break from the drama for a minute. I'd probably have a Venusaur at this point because my Bulbasaur would have evolved to a Venusaur. So Venusaur, I would have Gengar, Golduck, Electabuzz, Magmar, and Zoroark. Those are my 6 Pokemon. Hello all, made another live stream. Janie, thank you so much for making it. Seth in their videos now makes me gag. Yeah. The thing is, if they didn't call him out for being weird, they're also a problem. That's the T. Hold your friends accountable. Yeah, I mean, again, I can't defend them. I can't. So like, it's like if whoever, you know, truly, if that's yeah, I can't defend them. So. When Seth said that, I was like, seriously, I know they're guys, but like, they need to be more professional. Exactly. And look, at the end of the day, the 2-year excuse to me is not a good excuse. It's like, okay, regardless, I mean, to be frankly blunt, it's not like a decade ago. This is 2 years ago. This is right around the corner. Like, we just passed 2022. And we're almost over 2023, but we just got through 2022 not long ago, so it wasn't like that bad. I heard something like this will blow up for us. Not that about Christian. I didn't know. I have bubbly sounds. No, I'm sorry. Like that if that is what you heard, I'm sorry, but no. They legitimately said this is what they said. Let's call Christian back here. You can't. It's a K. Kirsten back here to blow all 3 of us. It's exactly what they said. Unfortunately, and they didn't even have to put subtitles in for the video for me to hear it. I mean, if it was your audio, that makes sense. But unfortunately for me, I heard, let's call Kirsten back. Sam asked, how are we going to do the outro? She said, he said, let's call Kirsten back here and she's going to blow all 3 of us. And then we're going to leave. That's unfortunately what he said. I've seen a demon. I haven't seen a spirit. I've seen a demon. Favorite all-time game? Oh my god. Oh, that's a good question. Mario Kart 64. Like, I'm sure they wouldn't be pleased if it was their mom or sister. No. Imagine, like, okay, I wonder if anybody commented on that whole theory, like, about the police showing up and everything. I think that's probably the best response because, again, like, what would you do if, like, if that was my wife, if my wife had that comment made about her, I'd be ready to go in there and beat the shit out of people, you know? It would take every fiber of my being not to, like, want to smack Seth in the face. I'm just saying, if that was my wife and he said that about her, it would take every fiber in my being not to smack him upside the face. Because that shit is not okay. You know, and they knew about the cameras. That's the thing. They knew about the cameras. They even acknowledged they knew about them. Maybe they were just agreeing because they were awkward. They knew they were busted. But that's what we see on camera. So, thoughts on the show Supernatural? I have yet to watch it. Oh, good choice. Mario Kart 64 is amazing. I agree. I love it. Didn't this happen a while ago? Didn't they resolve all this? I can't stand something old getting refreshed. Okay, here's the thing. And this is something that we talked about too, Court. Is that, okay, maybe it's old news to some people. Okay, maybe it's old news to some people, but to me, it's not. To me, this is new news. I did not know this stuff. And again, but would we make this an excuse if this came out the day after the Belair House video dropped? You got to ask yourself that. Would you make that excuse? I'm not sure if they because I'm not sure if people would be making the excuse that, oh, guys will be guys. Oh, they didn't mean it. You don't you know. I think that, and it doesn't matter. I've said it many times too. If you really think it matters that it came out now, if it didn't come out by this channel, it would have come out by another channel at some point. That's why people tell you not to lie. Don't live a life of lies, because that truth will eventually come out. It doesn't matter if you try to hide it. It's going to come out. And unfortunately, even knowing it was, because it was this guy now, you know, I'm not saying I'm going to tear down. I'm not going to unsubscribe to Sam and Colby. I'm disappointed in them. I'm not going to lie about that. I'm disappointed in them. I'm very disappointed and shocked for Seth. I've already unsubscribed to him and unfollowed him on Instagram. But I heard them and the owner are good terms now. I'm not sure about Seth. I don't think to be honest, I don't think she would be okay with Seth because he's the one who made that comment. I just don't. Yeah, it's just a disgusting thing that he said. So, because time passed and it was resolved. Right. If it was resolved, then it probably should not have been brought up, right? I mean, if the owner sent the footage out, I mean, imagine, okay, put yourself, okay, here, let me go ahead and extend this mindset a little bit. And again, before you jump on the bandwagon and you try to come at me saying I'm trying to bring hate on him, I'm not trying to bring hate on him. I just want people to understand where my mindset's coming from. I still disagree. Legally, you cannot give this video, so there is some leaks somewhere. True, there are leaks, but the fact of the matter is it's still on video, and it can come out at any time. So, I mean, that's what happens when you get caught on video doing something stupid. So, and that still doesn't excuse their actions. Like, even knowing, yes, the video was not maybe meant to come out, it still doesn't excuse what they said. And unfortunately, they kind of have to deal with it. Yeah, if it was resolved, why drag it back out? Because it wasn't resolved to the public. I mean, people saying that this was resolved in private, which is fine. If it was resolved in private, it's fine. And yes, I do agree that if she really wanted to make a big deal about it, I mean, it would have been better if she did it around the time the video dropped. It's not like I haven't already said that. I have said that. I said in the beginning of the video. I do agree. If she really wanted to resolve this, she should have made it more public and whatnot. I agree with that. I'm not saying that, but at the end of the day, but it was not for the public. There's a lot of sexual harassment apologizers in chat today. It's one of those things, guys. It's one of those things. I myself can't defend it. If you guys here want to stay subscribed to them or whatever, I'm not going to judge you. I just myself could not, you know? I want to see what happened after the cops went out. There was a lot of stuff I'm sure people were questioning and whatnot. And look, at the end of the day, it's like if you think it was too late, whatever. But like, at the end of the day, you would not want this said about you. You would not want this said about one of your loved ones, okay? And it doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it was Seth Borden, if it was fucking Boogie2988, if it was, you should go watch my Boogie2988 reaction. Fucking, you should see my Boogie2988 and see how disgusted I was when he was admitting his stuff. But yeah. That's what people were saying. All right, Kat, have a great night. Thank you so much for hopping on in, by the way. Good night. Yeah, you're probably tired. Why do men always have to be so creepy? Well, not every man is creepy. Not every man is creepy. I will say, though, I have met some insanely clingy women. I know some clingy women, and I actually tried to get in a relationship with me. I turned him down because it's like, God, she was really like trying to like take charge of my life. He probably should say something, but he probably won't. I mean, if anybody, he probably, yeah. But yeah, no, people can be creepy. Okay, let's make that clear. People can be creepy. People can say stupid shit, and people can be held accountable for it. And and whatnot. Why you put me on blast, Jordan? Shut up. I'm not meaning to. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Gosh, it's like, yes, people can be creepy. Absolutely. And that's kind of where I like. That's why my mindset. And you actually made a good point, Sophia. That's where my mindset was because, like, I have friends who are female, right? And and I was in conversations with people I thought were my friends, talking about my female friends and how they would f the shit out of them. And I immediately told them to stop talking about it. Like, hey, stop. Right? That's my reaction to it. I was surprised by Colby's reaction because he has talked about being disappointed in men objectifying women before, and he was multiple. Yeah, no, that might not be a good look on him either. Hey, welcome back, Tom. Facts. All my friends, I totally agree with you that it was clearly a joke, but when your friends make a comment like that in the moment, it's hard to call him out for it. So I get both sides. Yeah. I mean, it's just like it's just at the end of the day, I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed in the video. I agree. It wasn't the owner directly is due to not having it out sooner. I think I might have been someone who does or used to work with her. That is why I'm unsure at this point. Okay, so you don't think it was the owner who gave the footage out? Gotcha. What else are we talking about? Oh, we can talk about whatever you guys want. We don't have to keep talking about the drama. We've been talking about it for almost 2 hours and 12 minutes of talking about this. Oh my god, I just looked at the time. I'm insanely disappointed. I'm very sickened by Seth Borden specifically. I'm very disappointed in Seth Borden. I'm disappointed in Colby for making that remark. I don't know what to say about that. That to me was like, wow, okay, man. Yeah, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed at the end of the day. What's your favorite pizza? I'm gonna get hate for that though. I'm gonna get hate for that. I love pineapple pizza. I said it. I love pineapple pizza. To my knowledge, no. Sam didn't really say anything. No. How do you feel about the Arnie Johnson case with the Warrens? Pretty interesting. I mean, I think it was the first time it went to court, right? Like the devil went to court, apparently. Yeah. Jordan, if you were a ghost, what age would you pick? If you were a ghost, what age would you pick? Oh my gosh, I don't know. That's a tough question. Do you like garlic bread? I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. You love pineapple on your pizza? Oh, thank God. Let's talk about something positive now. We can talk about something positive now, guys. We've been talking about this whole situation ever since last night and for the first 2 hours of this live stream. Are you going to see the new Hunger Games movie? I'm not really rushing out to go and see it. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I think is what it's called. Sam not saying anything that almost doesn't matter because they're branded together. Unfortunately, yeah, they kind of all were in that situation together, unfortunately. But yeah, no, I mean, at the end of the day, guys, here's my thoughts on the whole matter. If you want to know my thoughts, you guys can keep your thoughts to yourselves, or if you guys want to, spread them out, that's fine. But at the end of the day, I watched the video. I don't hate Sam and Colby. I'm not going to stop watching her channel, but I will say that I did unsubscribe to Seth Borden. I stopped following him on Instagram. Didn't like that joke. Don't like that sense of humor. Gross to me. Disappointed in Colby for sure. I did not expect to be, but I am disappointed in Colby for hearing him say that. I don't know what his excuse, why he said it, but at the end of the day, I'm just overall just disappointed. Yeah. So that's the end of that. That's just my thoughts, my overall thoughts. Yeah. We have a lot of cats. We have like 4 or 5 cats. I got a dog. We have a German Shepherd named Callie. Favorite candy to go on Halloween? Food. Which one did I want the most? Candy-wise. I love candy. I'm not really a big candy person, I should say. I'm not really a big candy person. I'm going to say Zero Bar. I like Zero Bars, even though they're not really Halloween candies. I don't know. Take Kit Kats. What's your favorite day of the week? Friday, because I'm off. I love animals. I have a hyena's name. What? You have hyena? What? Hyenas. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. They said hyenas. I was like, oh my god, that's awesome. I just got a new puppy. She is a pomsky. Ooh, chicken wings are candy. Yes, they are. I have a German Shepherd too. I think sure can be a handful. They can be. They can be. But yeah, we love our dog. She's an amazing dog. My landlord won't let me have pets, but I love animals too much. That's kind of my fears. Like, that's why I put together the GoFundMe's, because I'm hoping to get a place where I can actually have my cat. I don't have to let go of church or anything, because I would love to take church with me. So I do have a GoFundMe up right now if you guys want to help me get a property and everything. It's just a GoFundMe. I'm going to keep it up for as long as I can. And if people want to make donations to the channel, you guys can make donations through the GoFundMe if you want. I have a terrier mix. Ooh, nice, nice. I might get a cat. And any name ideas? Ooh, I don't know. Depending on the color of the cat, I mean, that might help out a lot. I gotta see the cat. Do you prefer big dogs or small dogs? I've had both. I definitely like Cal. I love Callie. I mean, I'd go with probably a bigger dog. Nerds are doing good. How's my mom, by the way? Oh, my mom's doing good. Thank you for asking. Nerds are doing pretty good for the most part. Thank you. Payday bars are my go-to candy. Nice. Black Cat. Oh, Black Cat. Oh, I mean, I think, an obvious one would be probably the lines of Binks or something like that. I have 2 cats. Nice. Kayleen. Nice. I have a guess about the spirit does not like Seth. That's why it doesn't respond to him. Even kicks him out. It says if Sam and Colby says something like that, the spirit is picking them regardless. I have a blind cat named Kaylee, named Stamina guy in Game of Thrones. I think, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Did you like the Conjuring series better than the Hellfire Club episode? Yeah, I love the Hell Week stuff. Regardless of Satori and Cody, I think it's a fantastic series. I have to go. I'm sorry. Thank you for the content. Have a great night, everyone. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really want a pet rat. Nice. I mean, I've always thought about it. I used to have ferrets. Did you like the Conjuring series? I have a blind cat. What did Sophia say? Sorry. Let me go back up a little bit. Sophia, I wish I could escape my narcissistic parents. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wait, I just got here. What's going on with Seth? Oh, basically, okay, I can rehash it a little bit. Basically, Seth Borden, a video came out about a year and a half ago of Seth Borden, Sam, and Colby being at the Belair House here in Ohio, of all places, where I'm at too. Being here in Ohio at the Belair House, and basically, Seth said a very inappropriate comment. I would recommend going over to the Side Eye Guys channel and watching his video on it, especially if you want to know more about it. But basically, he said an inappropriate comment, and basically, he is getting a lot of shit for it right now. And basically, my opinion on that is just, I personally can't defend that style of humor. It was a pretty sick thing to say, and so whatever he gets, it's kind of on him. Ferrets are adorable. I agree. Ferrets are adorable. I know someone who's friends with Chelsea and Dakota. They went to the Stanley Hotel with them. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's 2:41 a.m. for me. What other content do you watch other than paranormal? I do movie reactions. I got a couple movie reactions. Hopefully heading to Patreon soon. I want to get those sent to an editor, actually, ASAP. If you had the courage, what horror villain would you fight? If I had courage, probably Ghostface, because I feel like I could beat him. Same here, Nick and Thor. Where are you? If you had the courage, what's your go-to midnight snack? My go-to midnight snack, probably taquitos. Probably taquitos. There's a haunted asylum by my aunt's cabin. Ghost Adventures was there. That's freaking awesome. That is so cool. Oh, one sec. Okay, my screen started kind of lagging out a little bit. Favorite all-time Sam and Colby video? Probably the first Hell Week video of this year. Dark chocolate, nice. Besides Maui and Moana, the other cats are named after Big Time Rush. Nice, nice. Named our rats Cece and Rocky. Hell yeah. By the way, if you're hopping on in here, hit that like button. Slay the like button. Almost 130 likes now. Almost 1,000 views. We just hit 1,000 views on the live stream. Thank you. Thank you all for hopping on in. Have you ever Sam's old Midnight Man I did a couple reactions to some of those, yeah, back in the day. I like your thinking. Thoughts on the Zelda live-action movie coming soon? Ooh, that's right. They are coming out with a live-action Legend of Zelda movie that was announced. I hope for the best. Hopefully they kind of go along the lines of the Mario movie and just kind of make it for the video game fans. Like really go for the video game fans. Don't try to do anything big or special. Just make it simple and make it a Legend of Zelda movie, and I think it'll be okay. Samster AM challenges was fun back in the day. Midnight Man, this were fun times. Oh, nice. I'll check them out. As far as your, I'm new to your channel. Oh, thank you so much, DME. My favorite inn was investigated by Selena. It's called the Old Angel Inn. It is Niagara on the Lake of Ontario, Canada. I had 2 wild experiences there. That's so cool. I just unsubscribed to Seth on YouTube and Instagram. I was going back to forth in my head and unsubscribe and just can't support that sexual harassment. I can't blame anybody. I can't. And you can blame the hate. You can blame it on hate, or you can blame it on the debunking community, or just people, just cancel culture in general, I guess. But in reality, you got to realize that those comments are done by themselves, right? They do that to themselves when they say stuff like that. So, what do you think about Sam McColby and Selena Spooky Boo's house? Did I ever see that video? I don't think I ever saw that video. I actually heard they went out there, but I never saw it, not to my knowledge. You excited for the new Selena, Chris, and Sam McColby collab? They said they're investigating Selena's house. I am excited. Oh, okay, they haven't done it yet. Gotcha. I'm excited for that. That sounds awesome. Actually live near the demonic places in the world, like 30 minutes away. Ooh. Hasn't dropped yet. Okay. Thoughts on the new Avatar Last Airbender? I actually haven't seen the live action Avatar stuff. I remember watching the movie, but I haven't seen the trailer yet. Do you ever get scared watching ghost hunting videos? Sometimes, depending on how it's presented, I guess. Yeah, sometimes it freaks me out, gets me all spooked up. I get cold chills every now and then. Colby said today he had just finished his part of The Cute, and now it's Sam's turn. It should drop soon. Favorite shows to watch on TV. I want to visit haunted places so bad. I meant my house is haunted, but you get what I mean. Yeah, I get what you mean. Valkyrie collab. I didn't know I need till the announcement. All right, goodbye. Have a good night. It'll be out soon. Nice. My Pokemon team is, Samrut, Blaziken, Torterra, Salamence, Balfalent, my Lucario as my ace of the team. Nice. Madison, how are you doing? Thank you so much for hopping on in. Everybody, thank you so much for making it. Slay that like button. Means the world. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. It is fun here. We have conversations. I'm just a guy giving my own thoughts. There's nothing really exciting about it, but I just give my own thoughts about things that you guys seem to recommend or want my thoughts on. So that's basically what I do here. My Pokemon team is usually Eevee evolutions. Nice. See ya, Peachy. Doing good. New here. Oh, well, welcome, Madison. Welcome. Are you going to do more gaming videos soon? Yeah, I have a gaming channel. By the way, who here is not subscribed to my gaming channel? Raise your hand. Don't be afraid. Raise your hand. If you're not subscribed to my gaming channel, I highly recommend it. We're at 510 subs over there. And I want to start doing more gaming live streams, so here soon I'll probably be doing more. Oh, 512 subscribers. Never mind. We gained a couple of subscribers. But yeah, please go over there. Go support the videos. We have a lot of fun doing that stuff. More of my original content, if you want to call it original content. But there's the gaming channel if anybody wants to subscribe to it. No, I got you. I got you, guys. I just put the gaming channel right there. YouTube.com/jcartsfun. Hell yeah. How do you get notification for your live videos? Did you hit the bell notification? Sometimes, unfortunately, YouTube still doesn't notify people when I go live. I hate saying that, but it's true. Subscribe. Thank you so much. I get scared when I watch them from our family cottage in the middle of the forest. Oh, I bet. Bro, what? Wrong chat. How do you get a notification for the live vids? I'll have to go find it. What are you talking about, Kaya? I'm looking. Sometimes I miss your lives because the time zone is different. That's probably a good point, too. I think a lot of people's time zones are probably different. Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry, Kaya. Sorry, okay. $148 right now for you? Oh, nice. Are you going to watch the new Thanksgiving? I want to so bad. I've heard so many good things about it, and I'm always down for a good slasher. You know that. I have to switch, but not many games. I can't find my favorite game anymore. It's called Medieval. Loved that game. Ooh, subbed. Ooh, thank you. Who's all here following me on Instagram? We're on a roll, so why not just keep going? Who's here following me on Instagram? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I can hook you up. Oh my God, we got a few people actually who follow me on Instagram. Thank you. Dude, 528 followers? No way. No, 534 followers. Thank you. Thank you. And by the way, sometimes I've been going live on my Instagram, so if anybody here wants to catch me live on my Instagram, definitely make sure you follow me on Instagram. Definitely do so. I just followed you on Instagram, but I don't really go on there that much. It's okay. It's okay. I have Instagram. Love Instagram. Nice. Once your Insta, I shared it, guys. My Instagram is right there. We are on a roll. When it comes to Instagram, we are on a roll. Mostly on Twitter. Keep Facebook due to family. Yeah, I'm always. I mean, I got something for everything. I got an Instagram, Facebook, got Twitter myself. I gave your Instagram a follow. Thank you, the D. Thank you, appreciate it. Queegee's Games. Hi, I spent the past week binge watching your videos, the recordings of your live streams, and first time catching you live. Though, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. I'm glad you can make it to my live stream. But I went into channel, man. Channel was made in 2008, and it just started 2 years ago because my channel kind of sucked back then, so you probably didn't hear about it. That's what I get for watching live streams at once. Yeah, back then my channel was kind of shit. I mean, go back and look how cringy I was. You'll understand why it didn't work out for me. Any future gaming lives coming soon? Ooh, maybe this weekend. Ooh, maybe I might take a break on this YouTube channel because I've been posting a lot nonstop on my main channel. Now I might just take a break and do some gaming stuff. So if you guys want to catch me gaming, definitely make sure you go over to my second channel and check out my gaming channel. Don't miss it. CARTS Arts Gaming. Yes, I don't want you guys to miss the live streams. And by the way, on my gaming channel, we're gonna keep most of the drama and the stuff out of there. The reason why we're talking about the drama here is because this is my paranormal channel. This is where I talk about my honest thoughts. This is where I watch movies and stuff. This is meant for that stuff. But my second channel, my gaming channel, is meant for gaming, chilling, having a drink, chatting with your friends about things you like to do. Like, that's what it's about. It's not about this. So if you like me in general and just want more of me just being probably more positive, I'm very positive playing games and stuff. So check out the gaming stuff. We love playing Call of Duty Zombies a lot, so that's always a fun thing to play. We like playing Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Friday the 13th. So, yeah, if you're into that, definitely make sure you check it out. Let me go ahead and link you up again, because I'm not sure if everybody here got a chance to go over to the gaming channel. Definitely want you guys to make sure you're going to catch that stuff. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely the drama is stressful, but again, I wouldn't be really talking about it unless it had something to do with the paranormal community itself. I just give my honest thoughts. Again, I'm not trying to spread hate. I'm not trying to bring down channels. I certainly don't want, I'm not trying to influence, haters to go over to Seth Borden's channel and tell them I said a lot of these things. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just giving my thoughts on the videos that you guys recommend. That's all I'm doing. So just keep that in mind before you think I'm like trying to, have a shot in. I'm not. I'm not. Switch the music immediately. Hey man, you're a very good and honest guy, and that is what I like about you. Love the like and love, respect. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. Have you seen the Witcher series? No, I've never played the Witcher. Dude, I can give off a list of things I have not played. That would probably blow your minds. Never played Resident Evil. Never played The Witcher. Never played Silent Hill. Yeah, there's a lot of games I have to catch up on. Hey, you had fun. Thank you so much, Wally. Year ago and listening to the cane store killing my brother, and I was in the bathroom, and while I was listening to it, I heard footsteps coming closer and closer. Scary. Yeah, it's pretty scary. Is your Snapchat public? Just followed your gaming channel. Now I'm logging off for real. Bye. All right. My Snapchat's not really public, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to make it public. Maybe I just get a lot of Snapchats though. Snapchat's kind of for like private conversations and whatnot, you know, with like my friends and stuff, like my close friends, people I know in real life. But and if I, you know, and said I don't want like a bunch of people just sending me a lot of these Snapchats. You know, last thing I need is like crazy subscribers or trolls kind of sending me dick pics or something. Oh, Josh liked your painting? That's awesome. Hell yeah. What about The Last of Us? I did, you know, I've not played the games. I've watched most of The Last of Us. I'm on the last episode. Damn, you haven't played Resident Evil or Breaking My... I know. I gotta get around to them. But that's the exciting part. Maybe I can play them at some point. Heyo! I came back. I chuffed 2 sodas. I'm awake now. Nice, buddy. Nice. Hey, Fantana, how you doing? Thank you so much for making it to the live stream. Guys, if you have not slayed that like button, don't be afraid. We are almost to 100. If we can get to 200 likes by the end of this live stream, that would be a pretty cool record right there. Cheek popping pics. Have a good night. I know, right? My Explorer merch finally shipped. Ooh, awesome. Awesome. I got my Explorer merch on, too. Did you guys see my beanie? Yeah. I got my Explorer merch. Oh, the last episode, be strong. New here, but have watched your vids. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm having steak burgers sound awesome. I'm actually probably going to go down and get something to eat here soon myself. Give my throat a break from talking so much. But yeah, this has been an awesome live stream, guys. Thank you so much for respecting, hopefully, most of other people's opinions and whatnot. It's all a matter of opinion, of course. I'm here just to give my honest thoughts, just like the rest of us. And yeah, sometimes, you know, it might hurt people's feelings and it might make people upset, but it's just what I'm thinking, you know. Any favorite games or any favorite musicians? I will tell you my favorite games right off the top of my head. Dead by Daylight, Mario Kart 64. Definitely love Call of Duty Zombies. Probably Cold War is one I've been playing a lot lately. Doing laundry and adulting. Yep, fun times. Fun times. Do you have a favorite song you've been addicted to? Summer of 69. I love Summer of 69. I like your personality and the way you see things. Also, you aren't afraid to show your opinion. I respect that. Well, thank you so much, Fold Man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for telling me that. Oh, The Last of Us would be strong. I know. Oh, of The Last of Us? Oh, man. Five new followers, dude. Almost 540 followers on Instagram. Share with your friends. Make sure they follow me. I'm not sure if we like my goal on Instagram is 1,000 followers, and I'm not sure if we can ever hit that or not. If we can, that'd be amazing. But if you have anybody you know or any friends of the community, maybe they don't know I have an Instagram and they watch my stuff like you do, definitely throw them my way, please. I'm trying to gain more of an audience over there because I sometimes go live over there now. Just followed. Thank you so much. I love the Last of Us series. Made me want to play the game. It kind of made me want to try the game out too. How long do you do your live stream? Just curious because this is my 3rd time here and you're only one that I've watched streaming. Haha, I don't watch no one else. Well, thank you so much, Dean. I normally try to kick out at least an hour or so long live stream. Sometimes it goes over just depending on how much fun we're having. But yeah, I just realized despite binge watching your videos and watching all the new ones, I somehow didn't subscribe. I just now did. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? You're not a fake fan, but you know what's crazy? You're not the only one who actually has forgotten to subscribe to my channel. A lot of people are unaware of this, but if you're not subscribed to my channel, go down below and make sure you're subscribed, because sometimes, even if you try to click it, it might not be really subscribed. You might not be subscribed, but you think you are. So definitely check the subscribe button. Make sure that you really are, because you might not be. Dead by Daylight is valid. Yeah. You shared the painting on Discord? Hell yeah. Love it. Love it. And by the way, you guys have been sending me fan art. I'm not sure if you guys are aware. I have gotten fan art. You know how crazy and cool that is, that I've gotten fan art? I feel like a nobody on the platform sometimes, guys. And I'm not even trying to be a depressing, but when I get fucking fan art, that is like next level, actually like surprising to me and awesome. I always get blown away by people sending me pictures they've drawn of me. Anyone have a problem not liking the video? That's my issue. I always watch your videos, but always forget to like. And that's why I always say, like, hit the like button, because, you know, some people tell me to lay off that, but sometimes people forget to hit the like button, so I have to keep reminding people. Good question for you. So do you think that because of the video that has been leaked of Colby and the other dude, I don't know his name, they'll be attacked and questioned about the situation, or maybe canceled? I don't think they're going to be canceled. I definitely think, you know, Seth Borden specifically will be questioned. I mean, it's already happening. Go to his Instagram. You'll see the hate comments on his most recent post and on his most recent video on YouTube. He's definitely being questioned. He's definitely being thrown a lot of hatred right now, and understandably so. I can't blame anybody for seeing that. Hell, I don't even think any of these bigger content creators can blame anybody for thinking that. I mean, it is a fucked up thing to say. It is. Colby saying the yeah thing, I can certainly see him getting some hate. I've seen a couple of comments on his posts too of people saying you're disgusting and whatnot. So it just depends. I mean, we'll see how far it goes. I don't necessarily believe they'll be canceled. But I definitely can see why this is probably going to stir up a lot of people who might just stop watching them in general, unfortunately. It's just one of those things you wish that you wish it never existed, right? And I think that's what everybody can agree on. You just wish this kind of stuff never existed, but unfortunately, sometimes these things come out into the light and people take action against it. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what we really think. At the end of the day, people are going to go over there and state their opinions, no matter what you say, no matter what you want to believe in. That's just the reality of the situation. And I'm certainly not going to defend them myself. I can't defend a comment like that. I won't defend a comment like that. It's just unfortunate, man. At the end of the day, I'm disappointed to see that stuff. I am. But it is what it is, you know. I can watch you daily and not get bored. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you, Dane. I tried to make church, but it was not perfect, so I will not show it. It's not perfect. Oh, okay. You can still post it. It'd be cool. Oh, sorry, my throat. Yeah, if you go over to their who knows if Sam is there, what he would have said. Well, Sam was there. He was in the house. He just didn't say nothing when some of that stuff was being said. And, yeah, he's getting shit for it, too, because he didn't do nothing. He didn't put a leash on his friends. He didn't say anything. But, you know, sometimes you can't really... I mean, these are all, you know, at the end of the day, they're all grown men who should have known better. But, yeah. And, yes, I actually heard this because of you. And, yes, I actually feel disgusted a little bit. And I don't know what to say about it that I don't even know if I will look at them the same. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not going to try to persuade your decision. I'm only just giving my honest thoughts. That's literally the only point of my videos. It's just to give my honest thoughts of videos I watch that you guys recommend. That video was sent to me about 6 times before I just decided to sit down and just watch the footage. And, yeah. Sam looked really disappointed. Oh, I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was. Because, yeah, he's sitting there at the table at the end of the day for sexual harassment charges for something he didn't even say. So, yeah, I'm sure the guy was pissed. Did you watch part of the first Conjuring episode when Cody touched Tori's leg and the knock still happened and it was not skin-to-skin contact? I do remember that now that you mention it. I really like the Life is Strange games, Last of Us, and yeah, they're fun. They're fun. I think this needs to be he needs to be held accountable for his actions. Yes, it happened 2 years ago, but those comments are something that doesn't go away lightly. No, it certainly doesn't, and that's kind of the risk you have to take when you are a public figure. Is if you say something like that, it is going to have more of an impact on people. And because you got to think about it, guys. These are people that they want to admire. These are people that they want to look up to. They want to go and look at these guys as role models. And if they're saying stuff like that, it's a backstab. It's a backstab to the trust. This is, they don't want to view these guys as people who would degrade women in any sort of way. And that's certainly not the kind of style they would come out about. So like, you got to look at it in more perspectives, not just, what is right and wrong, but like the small things too, in between, like, the woman, her family, what they must have thought when this was said about, their mom or their wife. Not a good look, and yes, maybe they did somehow, for some reason, sat down and talked about it at a table back then. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really, excuse something like that from being said, right? Yeah, so at the end of the day, only time will tell what will happen with this situation. All I know is, with my opinion, I just say I'm disappointed. That's all I'll say. I have to go for a bit, but I hope to jump back on, and if I can make it, not a great, hope. If not, have a great night. Well, thank you so much, Janie. You're a sweetheart. Thank you so much. Hey, by the way, I don't know if you're aware, but the link to your Instagram is in your gaming accounts. It's not the same you sent here. I have to change it. Thank you so much for reminding me. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I will definitely look into that. Thank you. I sometimes forget to change that stuff. I love watching your channel. I have become a fan by watching you, being very honest and always supporting your opinions with evidence, and also seem like a very cool person in general. Well, thank you so much, Jamie. I appreciate you. That's a very sweet comment to make. So, yeah, I would say from what we've seen, yeah, there's some questionable stuff there. There's some not so great stuff there. It can happen to any content creator, so don't just think it can happen to Sam and Colby and their community. It can happen to any content creator. If someone says something stupid, it could come out into the light, and that's just a risk they have to take when they do these things. When they are filming and they're aware they're being filming, these are things they have to take into consideration that could come out to the public. So for a long time, they probably knew that this could come out to the public, and they might have thought of a way to try to respond to it. I don't know, but yeah, it's just something that they're gonna have to answer to the public, because that's who they who they answer to anyways, is the public. They're public figures, right? But it can happen to anybody. It can happen to anybody. Wait until that footage of me trying to put this mask on for the first time right here. This alien mask I bought. The footage of me putting that on, I probably still have the footage. I probably still have the footage. It's like literally an hour of me literally trying to force that thing on my head. It's pulling my hair, and I'm literally yelling like, son of a fucking, and I'm losing my mind running out through this room. My face is turning red. I'm sweating. I mean, gosh forbid if that video ever comes out, but like, I literally, it was the most embarrassing thing, because I'm watching that video and I'm like, oh my God, I should not have, I should fucking, what was I thinking? I'm trying to squeeze my head in there. So yeah, I wouldn't want that video coming out. I mean, that'd be embarrassing. It's not like, on the level of what he said, but still, I wouldn't want that going out there. I was basically just saying effing F. Fucking. I walked out of the room, I doused my head in water, so I come back into the room and I'm trying to put it back on again. Yeah, it was funny. It was funny, but it was annoying and embarrassing. Have a great night, Scope. Thank you again for hopping on in. Guys, it has been about a 3-hour live stream. I appreciate all the love and support. Thank you for hearing me out. Don't just, for not just jumping on the bandwagon of just trying to hate on me because I'm giving my honest thoughts. We can't live in a world like that. We have to be able to give our honest thoughts, right? Hey, man, it's 3 a.m. here. Hey, Rady. But yeah, I just appreciate you guys just not shitting on me, listening to me. You got to let people have their honest opinions. You got to. You have to. You can't just let people be, it can't be just one-sided. You got to let people have their thoughts. You got to. Even if you don't agree with them, you have to let them. So just keep that in mind. I have not seen the trailer for the Garfield movie. I heard the random song playing in a card shop the other day. I want an alien for Christmas. That is awesome. I really love the honesty. Well, thank you, Jamie. I appreciate you. But I have not seen the trailer for the Garfield movie yet. That is a mask. So cool. Why did it? I think that was a statue all this time. No, it's an actual mask. It's a silicone mask. Like a movable mouth and everything. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It makes me look like I actually am an alien. Well, at least Sam didn't go that way. But also, when you watch them, they say really nice. They seem really nice until you see some that's supposed to be said. Really question them. Same as Cody and Satori. Absolutely, it can happen to anybody, guys. It can happen to anybody. It don't matter how big you are of a channel. Hey, how you doing? That's what I like about you. You're honest. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll watch back this live. Interested to hear your thoughts on everything. Oh, thank you, Rady. That's so sweet of you. Yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. Yeah, just let people have an opinion. It's okay if you don't agree, but you don't have to get into the comment section. Like you don't see me going over to Satori and Cody's channel and leaving a big old hate comment on them. I know I said my thoughts. I did my reaction to their response video, and I left it at that. It is what it is. The video did not win me over when it comes to them, even if they are 100% honest. I just couldn't lie to myself. No, it didn't do anything for me. Gonna gang our phone case for Christmas. Nice. A woof. Well, thank you. What's up, Bree? How you doing? This actually seems like a nice community from what I've seen. It is. It is. Sorry, dog was barking really loud. Oh yeah, the video's probably in placeholder. Probably. Yeah. Your coyotes outside? No, there's no coyotes. I came home from a birthday party. Really catch you in time. Currently playing all Resident Evil games. Listening to stream in one ear and music in the other. Right. Nice. That sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, we have one German Shepherd, and she like barks loudly. Seems like a nice community. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is a nice community. Hopefully, we get more people who respect each other and come in here and have decent conversations. Hey, I appreciate your reaction videos. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you. How's Church? He's doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. He is, the same old cat. I love German Shepherds. Yeah, she's very sweet, very skittish, but she's scared of like other dogs and stuff. But yeah, she's very sweet. Thank you all for hopping on in. We had such a good chat the other night. We did. I think we did. It was a lot of fun. I think everybody here is respectable. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream. I'm gonna go downstairs, get something to eat, but it was a lot of fun. I might try to go live later on my gaming channel. I don't know yet. So if you're not subscribed to my gaming channel, go to my home screen, find CARTS Arts Gaming, subscribe to it, hit the bell notification so you don't miss that live stream. But it was a good talk. But I gotta say, something people are yes, that is bad as well. When you say you verse something, people say you are delusional. I don't know. Then giving your opinion of POV. Absolutely. But anyways, guys, please have a great night. Thank you again for hopping on and hitting that like button, showing love and support. I will see you all next time. And please subscribe. All right, take care, guys. See you later. One sec, I want to read this one comment someone left me. I've been watching some reactions of Sam McCoy's Conjuring series. What gets me is Satori and Cody is what I saw. I didn't see when he was only wearing shorts. Right. Or didn't see he was when he was wearing shorts. Bye, Jay. Have a great night. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much. All of you guys are awesome. Thank you. But yeah, he did wear shorts, didn't he? Yeah. Me about Satori and Cody. Yeah, I just pranked you. Yeah. All right, guys. Now I'm actually gonna end it. I gotta go. I gotta go get somebody. I'm gonna get sick. So, all right. I'll see you all later. Please take care.